And those just like the same. It's exactly the same as the man versus food, the beard versus food thing. And he's very personable. Very seems like a chill dude. And those just like the same. It's exactly the same as the man versus food, the beard versus food thing. And he's
oh, gotcha.
A chill dude. And those just like the same. Right, it's exactly the same as the wing. Okay, good. Make sure we're both coming.
Before I realized what time it was.
Sorry. The fun thing about this guy though is he does the challenge. And then quite often he'll be like, "So what do you guys have for dessert?" And they're like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he orders dessert and eats it. You're like, "Fucking what?" Oh man.
Fucking yeah, like a skinny dude's like, "Yeah, I finished your challenge and I want dessert."
Yeah, and he fucking does too. Like he did a mac and cheese challenge, which was I looked at that and said, "Man, I'm a big fat motherfucker and I can put away some food when I want to. I could finish like a quarter of a fucking serving of mac and cheese, and I would be like, yeah, I'm fucking good. I might be able to fit like a third in there if I was really trying, but at about a third, I'd be like, nah, I can't. I'm just gonna start throwing up if you put another bite in me, you know." And this motherfucker ate the whole thing plus a bunch of extra garlic bread that he put on top.
Damn.
Right?
Fucking crazy.
Well, and the thing was, the garlic bread used to be part of the challenge, but they took it off because it wasn't possible, they didn't think. So this motherfucker's like, no, I'd like the real challenge, thank you. Like, fucking, what a lunatic.
Did he go for dessert too on that one?
Yeah, he had a fucking slice of cheesecake when he was done. And that was the moment where they definitely were like, yeah. Oh wait, you really want dessert? Like, all right. It was some funny shit.
All right, but you better not be recreating that Monty Python sketch.
Oh, what's it is wafer thin. And fucking boom. God, that was a fucking great little sketch.
Yeah, that was. It's fucking disturbing, dude. He's just constantly fucking. Bleh.
I mean, if you want kids to learn important things in school, I think that are not necessarily related to like math and science and English, you could do worse than Monty Python.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know?
This is true.
You could do a lot worse than Monty Python. It's like the other night I was doing room checks like an hour later than usual. I was kind of running a little behind because the lady I work with right now won't fucking leave. Jesus fucking Christ, she won't fucking leave any night. But
like she wants to stay at work.
Yeah. So I get there at like 11 o'clock and she won't leave until midnight. Like she keeps finding shit to do and just won't fucking stop working. She'll often clock out like at like 11:30 or a little early. And you're just like, yo, you should be getting paid for the work you fucking do. Like, y'all understand that, right? But
or at least stop working once you're off the clock.
Exactly. Or stop working when you're off the clock would be big. For me, it would be a big one. I'm a big fan of that. You're not getting paid. Like, if you're not paying me, I'm not fucking working. Yeah. I'm not here for free.
Indeed.
But she does that all the time. She's all. I mean, I don't hate her or nothing. It's just like, it'd be nice if she'd fucking go home on time for once, so I can get some more sleep. I want to get some more sleep.
I hear you.
But I was doing the room check late, and one of the guys was still up watching like the tail end of a movie. It would look like it maybe had like 5-10 minutes left. And he's like, "Hey, can I watch the movie?" And I look over, and it's The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. And I'm like, you know what? It's Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. I'm not going to say no. Go for
it. Right.
Yeah, like, I probably would have said yes regardless. I mean, it could have been any movie. I probably would have said yes because I'm of the opinion, like, these dudes are fucking adults. They know what they can fucking handle. You know?
Yeah.
You don't do anybody a service by being like, well, if you're not in bed by 9:15... You're not following the program.
You're going to fail at life. Yeah,
that's some silly shit. But so yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, go for it. I mean, there's no reason to be ridiculous about that shit.
Indeed. Alright, yeah, I'm almost done eating, dude. I just hadn't eaten all day.
So I saw a piece of gaming equipment I decided to buy just for the fun of it. It's like a little thing that sits, and it has two little springs that stick out from it. Like it's a little, like, almost like a paperweight kind of thing. But you feed your mouse cord through it so that your mouse cord doesn't bunch up or get dragged or stuck anywhere. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right on.
Because my mouse cord fed over the back end of the desk, and it'd always get stuck kind of a little bit and like drag all the time.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I didn't get this for gaming purposes because honestly I don't really care. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. But man, it is really nice just using your mouse. I just set it up.
Yeah, not having to worry about all that.
Cool.
Right on.
Oh, what you eating? What's your?
Some chicken wing.
Oh, nice chicken wings. That's some good food right there. They were doing
yeah, they're fucking huge when they're frozen. Now they're like half the size once they're cooked, dude. It's fucking weird.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I get them. You know, I expected to shrink a little.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I kind of expect them to shrink a little. Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah.
Because I know I've gotten like there's a big difference between like certain kinds of like brands of chicken. Like if you get some brands of chicken, the chicken breast will cut. You know, because the chicken breast always gonna shrink while you cook it, right?
Right.
But some brands of chicken, you're getting 3/4 of the chicken breast still, and other brands you're looking at like a half of the size that it started at, because they pump the fuck out of chicken with salt water.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it makes it more juicy. I'm a motherfucker. You sell by the pound. Don't fucking lie to me.
Right. Yeah, the juicy.
Fucking tell me you go to
right out
the
when you
chicken
cook it.
Juicy. You added half the fucking chicken's weight in water. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm trying to think of. I know Foster Farms' chicken wings are pretty nasty. Although those are not. It's not really a waterweight thing. It's like they're incredibly fatty, like
Foster
ridiculously
Farms
fat.
Chicken wings? I've never had like actual chicken wings. Like if I'm buying frozen chicken, I'd rather just get like the boneless wings or the chicken nuggies. What's up, Mr. Stencheffer? But because like
gotcha.
Real chicken wings, you got to get fried. They got to be air fried or they got to be deep fried. They're not going to work in the oven.
Yeah. No, it's definitely much better. Yeah.
So,
no, these are
now
definitely...
we have like an air fryer that works really good. We can use all the time. Like, so I would definitely do it now, but like prior to this, like, I would just use like the boneless chicken wings. If I get chicken, like actual chicken wings, I want to order them from someone that's going to cook them right, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, with an air fryer, it's so easy to get them done really well.
Oh, yeah.
Really easy, you know? So yeah, the Foster Farms one's way too much fat. Yeah, the Foster Farms, like the regular chicken's fine, but yeah, their chicken wings are awful.
Weird, because I've had their chicken strips and their chicken nuggets, and that's definitely not the case with those. They're not fatty at all.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, you know, that's fine. Regular like chicken legs and all that shit. Their drumsticks or whatever. But yeah, their chicken legs are incredibly fatty.
Weird. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, man.
Oh, they updated my game. I probably won't be playing it anymore. My Conan game.
Oh, really? What happened?
Yeah, it was. It's a major big 3.0 update, and they introduced sorcery, but they took away like half of the thralls' like health and made them super weak. So now like you're supposed to be like, oh, as the player you get to like really get into the fight now. And all it really means is like that the thralls just die really easy for no reason. And I'm fucking done. I'm out. I'll wait. I'll just maintain my shit for like I'll check in every like week or so and for like a month. And if they haven't decided to fix it, then I'll just walk away. But I have a feeling that within a week, people are going to be pissed because the purge mechanic is going to fuck their thralls.
It's gonna wipe
It's
everyone
gonna
out,
wipe out
all the
half their
thralls
fucking
out.
base guards. So everybody gets a bunch of thralls because there's a mechanic called the purge. Even if you're not playing like PvP and you're just playing like PvE, where you just nobody can hurt each other. None of the players can hurt each other. Like I can't attack them, they can't attack me. We can't attack each other's bases. We can't hurt each other's like creatures or anything like that.
Yeah.
So they introduced a thing called the purge, and so every so often, based on how many building pieces you put down, how many animals whatever you've killed, like it all adds up little by little to send a purge. And the purge is a giant army of fucking NPCs that come and just try to fucking murder fuck you in your base.
All right.
And they're usually pretty strong. Except for like in the one area on Noob River, they're kind of weak. But everywhere else on the map, they're pretty fucking serious. Like you probably want to call the rest of the people in and be like, "Hey, anybody want to come help out with this purge? Because I don't want to lose my base this time."
Yeah.
And but you get a bunch of thralls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have a bunch of thralls and you've leveled them up, you can put those thralls around your base to protect your base, and they can usually like make it so that you survive the purge without losing your shit. And you don't have to have anybody come help you. And if you're on PvE, a lot of people play solo, and PvP people want to be in a clan, but PvE everybody kind of plays solo.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So you're gonna have like 20 or 30 of these thralls out there, and it can take a few days to level one up to like level 20. Dude, people are gonna lose like 10 thralls in a fucking purge. Like it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Because it's just so unbalanced
that's
as it sits right now.
Yeah, that's a major fucking difference, dude. Like I don't understand why they would. Like it sounds like something that should be optional.
Yeah, supposedly the main character is supposed to be stronger, but like there's a bunch of issues. Like one of them was a new glitch they've introduced into the game is your healing doesn't work right. So now occasionally you just can't heal at all. Like it just won't let you do it. So that's
as long as it's not something important.
Yeah, that's gonna probably be fixed within a day or two. I would be surprised if by the end of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the day they throw a patch out for it.
Right? Because that's fucking huge,
major fucking issue.
Yeah.
And they reworked all of the stats. There's like one less stat for your character now.
Wow.
So they took one stat away, but they made it so you can get more of the perks and make your character a little bit stronger, which is supposed to balance out having the thralls. But I'm like, that only counts if you're running around the map doing stuff with a thrall to like fight your fights, because the meta of the game was your thrall fights the enemies for you, and you kind of stand back and kind of help out and support the thrall.
Yeah. You're the general, basically.
To me, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and then this one introduces having 2 thralls, and that shit don't work at all. Like they're weak as fuck. With 2 thralls, you're like, well, that don't really seem to be much purpose here. This ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, especially if they have half the fucking stats and shit. Yeah,
well,
that's
and you have
ridiculous.
You have to specifically dump all of your stats, or one giant portion of your stats, into authority, which is a new stat that governs your thralls. So like you also have to like make your character weaker in order to have like 2 thralls, or have a really strong thrall that goes with you, one or the other. You can make one thrall that gets super buff because it's your buddy, or you can have 2 that hang out with you that are just like average. And it's like this is gonna fail miserably. I think I don't think it's gonna work out the way they're hoping.
Yeah, it sounds like something that they didn't run by any players at all. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and they're introducing sorcery too, which is like really cool, and I would have loved to check it out, but I mean, not if I'm going to just lose half the shit I spent hours getting.
Yeah, it sounds like something that they came up with, or people that don't play the game came up with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it sounds like something that you're like, you have to have a fucking focus group of some kind.
Oh, no. I know why they did it. They're also introducing a battle pass system, which you can spend money to get a battle pass and get all these cool little extra things that'll help you out. And I get a feeling that it's going to be a case where if you want to have, like, all the cool stuff that makes it so your base doesn't get fucked up, you got to spend money on it every week. or every month.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
supposedly you
Either way.
can earn a battle pass by doing stuff in game, but I don't know. I haven't gotten
Yeah.
any of that yet. So it may be
Yeah,
easy,
so you
it
can
may be
either pay the
difficult.
money or you can grind for fucking 3 months, basically.
Yeah, so it's pretty fucking dumb. And I have a feeling that that's why they did it. That they want you to be running through stuff and feel like you're losing too many resources, so you feel like you need to buy more shit with the battle passes so that you get more resources or more items or more thralls or whatever they're going to sell you on it. But I have a feeling that a big portion, as soon as the purges start happening in like a couple hours, because there's like specific times of day that the purges happen. It's gonna get fucking dirty.
Getting flooded with complaints. Yeah. I hear you, dude.
Well,
All right, hey, I'm gonna switch over to my computer, man. Give me like 30 seconds, man. I'm gonna switch over to my computer. Yeah.
I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? 30 seconds. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do at that point. Anybody hear about that hobo that got rich off the fucking lawsuit because he got himself arrested? Dumb fuck runs from the cops, takes a swing at him, and then gets tased and falls down a hill and ends up paralyzed. And everybody's like, oh, poor hobo. I'm like, this motherfucker did it to himself.
What?
You know? Oh, the hobo thing. The fucking hobo that got like $100 million in judgments against like the police officer and the fucking state. The ridiculous nonsense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to actually look at that. But
so here's the whole story. Hobo is panhandling. Panhandling is illegal in that state. Police officer goes over and he witnesses the guy going up and asking people for money, which that's all he takes. You're panhandling. I believe it's a misdemeanor, so he was probably going to get like a ticket and then like a fine. Which I'm sure as a homeless person is shitty, but you know, like you're not going to go to jail. You're not going to get like much hassle other than like you get a ticket and you got to go find somewhere else to be.
And honestly, as a homeless person, is jail really that bad of a fucking like much of a deterrent?
No, there's places where like it gets really cold,
like
you know, I'm sure like places like, you know, like New York or like Detroit or Chicago where it gets really really cold in the fucking winter. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's times when the hobos go out and like I'm gonna steal some candy so I can go to fucking jail for the weekend, you know, because it's gonna be a cold snap coming up in the weather.
Turns out jail is slightly better than freezing to death, literally.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of wind coming.
Oh, fuck. Well, now I'm turning.
But either way,
I hope that's better. Like gigantic fat.
It's kind of like. It's like being in a room and seeing the wind outside and hearing it. Like you're like, oh, it's awfully windy over there. Good thing I'm in here, not dealing with the wind. Kind of cozy feeling for a second there.
Yeah, is it better now or?
Yeah, much better. I was having trouble like hearing what you were saying because it was so much wind.
All right. Yeah, I'll go back inside as soon as I finish it.
But the hobo is out there. He's panhandling. Cop goes over and he's like, "Hey, we need to talk." Hobo runs. Cop chases him. Hobo turns, takes a swing at the cop, and continues running. So cop tases Hobo. Hobo falls down a hill, lands really poorly on a concrete pad, and ends up a quadriplegic, which is really sad and unfortunate. And obviously, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, and I certainly wouldn't think that that's a fair punishment for panhandling. However, that's entirely his fault.
Yeah.
The cop is entirely blameless in this. He followed exactly what he's supposed to do. That it had a horrible, unfortunate outcome is really all based on the decisions of Hobo. You know, once you've taken a swing at a cop, they really want to get you because they're like, shit, this guy's violent. I really don't want to not arrest this guy and have him go out and, like, I don't know, stab a kid. You know? Like, they don't fucking know, especially with homeless people.
Yeah, anybody that's willing to take a swing at a cop, dude, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, that's...
Over what would have amounted to, like, a ticket. Like a speeding ticket, you know? Like, this guy probably would have gotten more or less what a speeding ticket equates to. Like, it's a pain in the butt and costs you some money, but it's really not worth starting a fight over.
Yeah, it's not like you're looking at life in prison.
Yeah. If you were like, oh, I got another one to tell you. I saw this shit on the Donut Operators channel, and this shit was fucking funny. But no, yeah. So the hobo got $100 million in total damages, $40 million against the cops, $60 million against the city. And I wonder how biased the judge and the jury were in that case. Because you gotta wonder, like, because I'm sure most reasonable people would be like, well, that's a really unfortunate accident, but that's all because he was breaking more and more laws over and over and escalating completely unnecessarily what should be a routine situation.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude.
Like, you're a hobo, you're panhandling. Odds are you've come across the cops before and been told you can't panhandle and either asked to leave or given a ticket and told to leave. You know, like, come on. Like, that's never happened to the guy before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like they're executing people for fucking panhandling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
Now the other story I really liked was takes place at a McDonald's. A young gentleman decided to call the police because McDonald's sold him cold fries and wouldn't refund his money.
I think I remember this one.
Yeah, and so the cops show up and the guy starts talking to them. They go in, they talk to them, and the for some reason they actually go into the McDonald's, and McDonald's is like, the guy's like, yeah, fuck that guy. He threw a drink at me. I'm not going to give his fucking money back. I'm not making his fries anymore. Right? And I want him trespassing. I don't want him back here. So the cops are like, all right. And so they go out and they're like, well, there's really nothing we can do about the whole fry situation. He's not going to make good on it, and that's, you have to take that to court. However, he hasn't asked us to trespass you, which means we're going to have you sign this form to let you know that you're no longer allowed to be here at this McDonald's ever again. Like, you're not allowed to be here. You've been trespassed. And the guy starts freaking out, and they're like, dude, are you all right? Like, all you got to do is sign this paper. We're not, you're not in any trouble. It's just, they're asking you to leave and not come back. And then,
until we run your
then he fucking runs.
Run your license.
No, then the guy just fucking runs. Like, they weren't even going to run his license. He literally just had to sign that form and he would have been fine. Well, it turns out he's a murder suspect, so they fucking chased him down after he started running because, that was weird.
Why are you running?
Like, normal people just go, oh shit, well, I guess I went too far. I guess I can't go back to this McDonald's. Well, now I'm pissed and I'll be a shitty person about it. But they'll sign the fucking paper, And this dumb fuck decides, I better run.
The reason what you have for running, that definitely would qualify as suspicious behavior.
Yeah. Like, so they arrested him, and it turns out he was wanted for murder. So off to jail he went. Yeah, off to jail he went to go face whatever the trial is for the murder to be determined if he's guilty or innocent.
I wonder, do you think he complains about the cold fries in prison?
Yeah, you think he'll call the police? Yo, the warden be giving me cold fries. He think he funny. Because I gotta tell you.
Well, they'll be hot when I shove them up your fucking asshole. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'm sure the cops wouldn't give a shit, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that was like, I can't believe that that's a normal call. Because Donut Operator used to be a cop, right? The YouTuber guy. He's just like 2/3 of the calls or shit like that. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? People be calling the fucking cops because they got cold fucking French fries? Like, yo, if I gave a fast food company, like, if I was in a drive-thru at, like, a Burger King and I gave them my money and they just refused to give me anything or give me my money back, I would probably call the police and be like, yo, I just want, like, my money or my food. Either one. Like, you can't, I just don't think it's fair that they take both.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up.
But I wouldn't do it thinking that the police are going to be able to handle it. I would be doing it so I could get a police report filed so that later on in court I could use said police report to benefit my case. Because I'm getting my fucking money in small claims because they can't send a lawyer to a small claims court in the state of California. They gotta just go. So then it's going to be so they're going to be fucked. But, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Although, to be honest, I really don't know if I'd bother with calling anybody.
Yeah, it would have to be pretty fucking egregious before I would.
Yeah.
even taking them to small claims. I'm usually
I mean,
pretty reasonable when they fuck up my order and shit.
that store might have an unfortunate
worked
incident and
fast
burn
food
down
before.
one night, but I certainly wouldn't be bothering to go to the court or the police, to be honest about that one.
Yeah.
I would have
Street
no
justice.
idea, of
I
course,
hear
how
ya.
that happened. I just would be like, well, you're going to steal from
Yeah.
me.
Going to pay it back with interest. It's going to cost you much more than the slight tiny amount that you fucking refuse to honor.
Some kid thought he was being funny in high school and fucking wrote on the back of my shirt with a permanent marker. And so I arranged it so nobody would talk to him for a week. I'm a little bit vindictive when it comes to fucking with my stuff. I won't even be that mad if you punch me in the face. I got a weird thing about it.
Yeah, well, permanent marker. What the well, even not.
I mean, it was like a
$5-10
$10 shirt from Walmart at the time. I just,
Yeah. No, I get you though.
I just couldn't let it go because it was he fucked with my shit.
Right on anyone's shirt. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a fucked up thing to do too.
Yeah.
Like I said, even if it wasn't a permanent marker, that shit doesn't fucking come out easily from a fucking shirt.
Yeah, and if he'd slapped me across the face, I'd have been less pissed.
Yeah. No, I understand, dude. I got you.
Oh man, that reminds me though of my fucking gym clothes debacle in fucking high school. So my parents are like most rational parents. Look at the high school gym clothes thing as the scheme, the thieving little scheme that it is, where you got to buy a high school gym uniform for like $50. It's a pair of shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, a shitty shirt and a shitty pair of shorts.
Yeah, for like $50. But it has the name of the school on it, so that means something. And so they made me go ask my gym teacher, like in the front of the class. I had to ask, like, well, they want to just send me with like just a couple pairs of shorts and a t-shirt from like Walmart. Why throw fucking $50 at something you could spend $20 on? And the coach started giving me this shit like he wanted to play games. He was like, "Oh well, I mean, if it's too expensive, we have programs." So I pulled the $60 I had out of my wallet. I'm like, I got the money right fucking here if I wanted it. That's not the point.
Yeah, the point is you're fucking marking up some shit that probably cost you $5.
Yeah. Well, I think the coach thought he could embarrass me into doing whatever they wanted. So.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's an adult and I'm a fucking kid.
Yeah. And that's not something he should have brought up in front of everybody, dude. Like, what if that was the case? You know what I mean?
Totally inappropriate.
That's fucking that. That's shitty behavior, dude. God damn.
Yep.
From an adult and a fucking teacher, dude.
Yep. Fucking agree.
Evil.
But you gotta love the flex of the teenager pulling out like $60. Be like, I'd buy it right fucking now, bitch. Even about the money.
Got that and change.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Oh man. Oh, goddamn. No, but that hobo case, that kind of pissed me off because, like, fucking $100 million for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, for something that again wouldn't have happened if it were not for his shitty behavior.
Mm-hmm. That's the part that really gets me. Like, everything that happened was really easily, directly, evidently his fault. Like, there's no question about it.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be one thing if he walked up to you and tased you without fucking, doing anything.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there like a fucking old dude in a like somebody who was like in his own yard, and the police just tased him for no reason? Like they just walked up and started tasing him without any real conversation. Like I remember that.
I haven't heard of that. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, like that happened in one of those states. One of the Midwestern states not long ago. But it's hard to keep track of anything in the news cycle because it's all so fast. But from what I understand about that case, like that dude was just like loud and disorderly in his own yard because the neighbor and him were like having a fucking argument, like yelling at each other, and they just went and tased the motherfucker. And it was like, God damn. Or like, what was it? I saw
even that's a little fucking bizarre.
There's one right now where they're going after the cops, and honestly, like I'm kind of on the criminal side They went to serve a warrant on the guy's house. He was in bed. They break the door to his room open, and he fucking turns around and starts getting out of bed, and they just shot him. And it was only one guy that shot, which makes me think that it was definitely a bad shoot. Because it didn't look like there was anything in the dude's hand, and he wasn't swinging on anybody, nor was he within anywhere near close enough to hurt anybody without having a gun, which he very clearly didn't. And none of the other officers shot.
Yeah, the rest of them probably like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So, and this guy was like he'd been a canine officer for like 30 years. So I'm thinking he just old and fucking probably shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. Shouldn't have been going in first in a fucking warrant like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a bad shoot at the very least.
Yeah.
It might be ruled legal.
Yeah.
It might not be ruled illegal, but personally, I think that was definitely a dirty shoot.
Yeah.
And it was just basic incompetence.
That's fucked up, man.
That guy should not have still been a cop after 30 years. Maybe it was time for him to have been retired like 10 years ago, maybe. I kind of feel like there should be an upper age limit on police. It should be like 40, 40 or 45.
Yeah, he should have been carrying one of those wooden guns like Will Ferrell's character and the other guys.
He should be training dogs or working in the fucking office at a desk.
Yeah.
Like, this dude looked like somebody's grandpa.
He just didn't want to give up.
Yeah,
I haven't shot anybody yet.
Full on like silver gray hair and like wrinkly and shit. And you're like, yeah, this dude shouldn't be working in the field. Like, he shouldn't have been out there in the field at all. So
yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, poor. I feel bad because the guy ended up dying. Like, he got shot in the stomach and he ended up passing away in the hospital.
God damn, dude.
The part I like is the part where, after he's been shot in the stomach, they're yelling at him to crawl out of the room.
What the fuck?
Like, well, I don't know what you're expecting. This dude just got a bullet. Like, I don't know how you think he's going to crawl anywhere.
Stomach. Yeah, you can't move at all, really, without using your fucking stomach muscles.
Well, I don't know if they know where he got shot, but even if he'd been shot in the arm or the leg or the... Man, it was just like a big through and through on the booty. Or maybe they shot off his toe. Right. I don't expect somebody to get up and crawl when they've been shot.
Yeah,
that's a pretty unrealistic expectation.
Horrible, dude. Damn. All right, before I forget, dude, there was a fucking video that Mersh was watching. One of the guys from Revenge of the Sith. There was this fucking, I guess, this corrupt sheriff somewhere in New Mexico. Yeah. And basically what happened was, like, I guess a friend of his used to be a city council guy who was obviously corrupt too. Like, they'd gotten kicked off the city council, and basically he was running from the cops. Cops were trying to pull him over, and he was running from the cops, and he fucking barricaded himself into his house. So he barricaded himself in his house and basically wasn't coming out. The cops were like outside getting ready to rush the place. And then the sheriff shows up because it's, I can't remember if he was actually one of his deputies, but he was friends with the guy either way. Both of them probably corrupt as fuck. So he's trying to tell them.
So the sheriff showed up because his buddy is going to go to jail and he doesn't want to get, like, fucking ratted out. Like, his buddy might have some shit to put him in jail too, kind of thing.
Those lines. Yeah, most likely. They don't really say any of that, but most likely it's something like that.
It kind of sounds like that.
Yeah,
from what you're describing, it sounds like that. Because what the fuck is this dude showing up while they're trying to arrest this guy? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, especially just for, well, I don't want to say just for, because running from the cops is pretty serious, but...
no, once you started running from the cops,
he shows up there,
big deal.
Yeah. Alright, so anyways, so on the scene, all the cops are, surrounding the house, or have surrounded the house or whatever, and he shows up all fucking drunk and shit, because it was at night, he was fucking wasted. Trying to order the fucking police to fucking, like, no, I'll bring him in. You guys, get the hell out of here. I'll bring him in. Like he was saying, like, I'll arrest him. I'll get him to come in or whatever. So that and the fucking officer there was like, it was a chick, so I think he thought he could just intimidate her. You know, he was trying to tell him, no,
And I
this is
imagine her
normal, you
response
leave.
was, no.
And I'm like, all
What
right,
the
I'm going
fuck
to call
are you
my
here
commanding
for?
officer. Yeah, I'm going to call my commanding officer. And obviously, as you can imagine, the commanding officer was like, fuck him. No. Fucking bring the dude in. Or whatever. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
oh
the
yeah.
fucking, obviously, that's the whole situation was fucked up. And he was being belligerent about just fucking trying to get them all to leave. Trying to fucking, they're like, we're not even the same department. You have no authority here. Fuck you. You
Yeah.
know? So basically, so later on, they basically, started investigating that sheriff, and they basically had a search warrant for basically like his official like phone that he gets from the department and his personal phone, one that he would have been communicating with the guy that was barricaded up or whatever.
Oh.
So they go to serve that, and the fucking guy is like, before they actually read him the warrant, he had taken both of those phones and gave them to his fucking one of his deputies, like his under sheriff or whatever the fuck. And then he was like, "Hey, well, I don't have them. I don't have the phones on me. You can, search me if you want." So they know the other dude's got the phones. They saw him hand them to him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so he's fucking basically trying to play stupid. Oh yeah, dude, this is the best part. At one point, he's like, "Okay, yeah, so I got to turn them over, but does it say I have to do it now? I don't see anywhere on that warrant that it says I have to do it right now."
Fuck him.
Fucking asshole, dude.
Do I have to
He's
do
like,
it
"No,
now?
shit, I
Yeah,
should be able
that's
to
how
do it.
warrants work,
It's not my
asshole.
opinion." Yeah, it's
Fucking
effective
hilarious.
as soon as you fucking get it. Yeah, and then he was like, "No, I get to,
Fucking choke.
I get to consult with my attorney," and they're like, "We're not arresting you, we're just, or at least not yet."
You're not under
You know what I
arrest,
mean?
but
And
it
then-
seems like you're
Yeah.
gonna be. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, and this whole time, like him and the other guy were like going in the back room, coming back out, going back, coming out, for like 5-10 minutes at top or whatever. Again, most likely going in and trying to erase all the shit off the phone.
Oh, I'm sure they were trying to like fucking throw away some drugs.
Yeah, so all kinds of shit, dude.
I'm sure there was
so- and
erasing
then
off the phone,
basically-
but probably if the bathroom
Yeah,
was
so-
involved, flushing drugs too.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising either. Yeah. So and then in the end, he's like, "Okay, here's the phones." Like after a fucking like 2 hours of this bullshit, right? And then it turned out like one of the phones was not one of the either of the two phones that were requested. Like he didn't give up his personal phone that was really the one that he was going to have, going to have all the.
Oh, so he
incriminating
gave them
shit on
a
it.
phone, but not the phone that they told him to give him.
Yeah, he gave like the official police department, or sheriff's department phone he had, but then gave some other phone that was not his personal phone that was specifically requested in the search warrant or whatever. So they go back, and then he was like, I forget what the difference was. It was like district and then circuit courts or some shit like that. It was like different levels or whatever. And so he was like bitching that it was like somebody who's like, "You're just mad because you don't think I should be in this." Or no, I guess there was an interim police chief, and the sheriff said he shouldn't have the job. He's like, "You're just mad. This is retaliation because I said you shouldn't be in your position or whatever." And he's like, "All right, whatever." So the next time they come back with the warrant for his arrest this time. And again,
Yeah.
the
I'm
phone
so
that was supposed to be
surprised.
there. Yeah, and then he's still trying to pull the same bullshit, dude. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And then so he ends up getting arrested and gets a charge of fucking resisting arrest, basically.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I'm sure he was in all sorts of trouble, man.
Yeah, and the fucked up thing is, while all this was going on, he was still the sheriff until he actually got convicted.
Well, innocent until proven guilty is pretty serious, though. Like,
yeah, but I would think you'd have him be on leave or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's an administrative leave situation. Like, you can even pay him if you have to.
Like, keep in mind, there's that whole thing with Trump right now where they're retarded nonsense over documents or whatever. where they're trying to like frame him up for like whatever, like I don't know what they'd even charge him with because nothing he's done is illegal.
Yeah, but classified, not classified.
Well, everything immediately upon him taking it to Mar-a-Lago becomes declassified automatically because he is the president and has the legal authority to do that, and that's how that works.
Presidential privilege.
Whether he signed a document to point out that it was declassified or checked them out is immaterial and irrelevant. The most they can complain about is how he's storing them. The most they can complain about is how he's storing them, and even that's not going to get very far.
Yeah, considering what they let Hillary get away with.
Oh, well, she flat out admitted to felonies on TV. Like, that's like a whole different fucking ballgame. But,
and again, that's felonies that have no, like, your intent has no bearing on it.
Yeah,
in her situation.
Yeah, whether you intended to do something wrong or not.
Yeah.
But the key here is they're also trying to introduce legislation that would prevent people from running for, I don't know, say president, if they're under criminal investigation.
Gotcha.
So the Democrats are basically trying to use that as a way to like prevent. Yeah.
With every death.
Yeah, so he did it obviously eventually get convicted.
So as much as it's uncool that this one sheriff may have been sheriff until he was finally arrested, it's better that way than the alternative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what if he was innocent and he just took his job away? That's pretty inappropriate, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was thinking more of him just not being acting sheriff.
Yeah, they probably should have like
it's a gray area.
If I were in his place, I would probably, you know, for the sake of the people, have like my deputy or whatever, like step in and take a lot of that stuff on instead of me doing it.
And I think they even busted like some of the deputies because they were essentially helping him do that. And like it's pretty straightforward in the law that your primary responsibility is not to your sheriff, it's to the law. If you're helping your sheriff break the law to have his back or whatever, you're committing a crime.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
100%. It's definitely not one of those things that I and like I said, I definitely think he should have stepped down. Like if he was a professional, he would have.
Yeah, but since he was, you know, pretty obviously corrupt, like, again, it's just some little shit county in New Mexico. Like, it's not even like it was around Albuquerque or whatever other big city there is in fucking New Mexico.
Well, and thank God he got arrested, right? Like, I mean, at least he's no longer going to be a sheriff. That's a good thing. But innocent until proven guilty is such an important thing to me. Like it makes such a big difference because.
No, I got you. Yeah,
I mean, it's why all those copyright laws should be removed. Like all the ones that basically just are like, oh, if you put a copyright claim in, it has to be taken down, and you get all the money automatically without a trial.
Yeah. That is ridiculous because you can easily get that shit after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they're found to be in violation and the fucking original copyright holders should get the money, then you can do that later, dude. Yeah, it's a fucked up system. I understand it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still fucked up. Still pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get it because it's funny because all the fucking, essentially all the deputies, all the fucking cops are pretty fucking like ghetto ass motherfuckers from a shit little fucking town / county in New Mexico. So they're fucking talking like that. All right then, take off, dude. Take off, bro. You done here? You know, like fucking. It's fucking funny to watch, dude. It's a complete lack of professionalism from everybody. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, dude. I'll try to find the original video. I'm not going to send you what, you know, immerses with his commentary, but which is kind of funny because he's kind of making fun of them doing that shit. Like doing their accents and all that. But anyways, I can't find it. But dude, any of those jurisdictional ones, like there was one in Atlanta or somewhere in Georgia, somewhere around Atlanta, where the fucking, the sheriff's department and the local police just fucking can't stand each other.
Oh yeah, the one where the sheriff and the cop were like yelling at each other.
Yeah, you seen
Like the
it?
sheriff came up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
started
like somebody was
interrupting his
pulled
fucking
over.
traffic stop.
Yes, dude. Yeah, okay, you've seen it. Okay, cool.
That
yeah.
was some crazy shit, man. And you could tell, like at first I was like, all right, there's some bad blood between these guys. They've had some arguments before. But then it only takes a couple of seconds and you're like, all right, this sheriff is fucking retarded.
Yeah, he's just a fucking around fucking retard. Alright, see if I can find raw
Yeah, that
footage
whole
of
thing
one.
was funny as hell. That was funny, but it was at the same time, it was like, somebody probably needs to get that sheriff out of office. Like, he probably shouldn't have a job there.
Yeah. The sheriff. Ooh. Okay, that's probably more. They're starting to pre-film it. That's way more words on
Alright, that's a lot of traffic goes up there.
Rio? Rio or Riva, yeah, that's a county. I could not fucking remember. Alright, there's a longer video than this, though. These are little short ones that are the news. I want the fucking... I'm trying to find the raw footage. So it's gotta be over 20 minutes. Out of control sheriff served with search warrant by city police. Oh shit, that's part 3 of 5.
Yeah.
Coro...
Well, I don't want to put anybody else's YouTube videos up on screen though. Just out of like, they might shut.
No, I
it
was just
down.
gonna share it in the. Yeah, I was just gonna share it in the fucking Discord. All right, let's see. This one looks like it has split up into 5 parts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing one that's got like everything in one video. So hopefully maybe I can at least get a playlist for this one. Damn it. But yeah, it was just fucking
Right as I kill her, she left the game.
pretty fucking entertaining. Oh, so no, it doesn't say there. You have to, it doesn't say now. You have to turn it over now.
Wolf marks his
Fucking asshole. Like, yeah, no, the warrants, they don't say when.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to get it now. I like that fucking excuse. Well, I mean, when do you have to pick up the phone? Like, motherfucker, now. Like, that is what that means. Stop fucking playing games. You're a cop. You know this.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Yeah.
See through the wolf's eyes.
Damn it.
Hanzo, at your service.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
that just...
I must reclaim my honor.
Which phone? These phones? Damn it.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else going on this
Hold on,
time.
I got the county.
Fucking
That should help. Hold on.
Crowder went
Reba.
over, sent some people in to check out a, fucking... What do you call it? Fucking drag show that they put on for kids in fucking Texas.
Saddle up.
God damn, dude. Where was that in Austin, I assume, or somewhere near Austin?
I don't remember what town it was. It wasn't Austin.
It's somewhere in the tiny little liberal fucking stronghold within Texas.
Marks his prey.
Yeah. Like I
Okay,
said,
at
I
least
don't know
on
what town it
part
was.
1 of 5. Let me see if
There was no nudity, and it wasn't quite as bad as a lot of drag shows that like you would see in like say like San Francisco or some shit. But it was still one of those one of those things where you're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
why
drag
is
shows
this
aren't for
fucking-
kids. Like that's not really appropriate.
Yeah. But I mean, they're essentially. All right. Okay.
They're
It looks like,
like-
I'm gonna put the part 1 of the one I'm talking about. And then it looks like at least the other parts should be in the the watch next sections or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it starts with him trying to get him to back off from the dude that was fleeing the police.
Wolf's eyes.
I'll have to check it out later when I get a chance. Well, we're not on the streams. Alright, nobody's saying
Not
anything
actively
about
doing
the
your show?
chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on that chat occasionally.
I would have little to gain from such an arrangement.
What was the other thing I saw just a second ago? Oh, did you see the FBI watch list nonsense?
2, 1. Attack.
Yeah, the what one? I'm sorry.
The FBI watch
Say
list
again?
nonsense.
No. What's that all about?
So they classified things amongst the things they classified as concerns over like terrorism. Was like the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, the Betsy Ross flag.
Oh, the
fucking-
Gaston. Yeah, the Gaston flag. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Boy Scout slash, what's it called, the Gaston. Gaston flag? Yeah, the snake, don't tread on me. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
So those are terrorist fucking organization symbols now? Yeah, the Boy Scouts, fucking terrorists. All of them. Yeah. Oh shit, dude, the Warski fight, dude.
Oh,
We didn't
that's
talk about the
right.
Warski
Yeah,
fight.
the Warski fight. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, we're already very close to talking about it longer than the fight actually lasted. But I feel like it's, you know, really touch on it. The fact, did you see any of the, like the pre-fight press conference when Warski was fucking running his mouth talking shit? Am I cutting out?
No, I didn't see anything with Worski talking that shit.
Okay, yeah, so they had a pre-fight, like, press conference, which was, again, I don't know how familiar you are with Sam Hyde, but he fought some dude. He won his fight later on. Again, fucking, I love Sam Hyde, dude. He's fucking hilarious. So
Oh, yeah.
lunatic,
So,
dude.
I like Sam Hyde's thing about challenging Hassan to fight.
Dude.
He's like, 'cause I'm gay and I want to wear his skin. Like, fucking what?
Yeah, I want
Like,
to wear
Sam
skin
Hyde,
like
you
a
got,
coat.
you got some mental health problems, bro, and I love it.
Well, it's he's fucking, it's a put on, dude, obviously. Or not obviously, actually, but if you know Sam Hyde, he's a fucking, he's very calculated with the type of shit he does like that, surprisingly enough. So he's not actually a lunatic, but he's acting like a lunatic very convincingly, if that makes sense. But yeah, and I think he genuinely dislikes Hassan Piker. Just fucking him. You know?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I don't know if you saw it. Okay, so, yeah, because he's been talking shit about Hassan for a while, trying to get him to fight him, like offered him like $1 million. Or I think he said $1 million to charity or whatever. And Piker just fucking, he handles it in the worst possible fucking way. Like, all he really would have to say is like, no, dude, I'm a fucking grown adult, dude. I don't fight. Like, why the fuck would I fight this guy? But instead, he fucking just runs his mouth like a fucking idiot. Because somebody had like given him, sent him that post-fight stuff where he talks about. Because you know the announcer's like, "Oh, you mean in the ring?" And they're like, "No, in real life." I'm going to
That was
Los Angeles
great.
to his house.
Because you could tell the interviewer was really uncomfortable with that answer. And was just like,
Yeah, it was like he was giving him an out, and then Sam's like, "Nope, I know what you're doing, and I refuse. I
Yeah, it was
politely
pretty
decline."
ridiculous. It was one of those moments where you're like, oh, that's a little fucking uncomfortable.
But dude, somebody had sent Hassan that clip or whatever, like as a donation, like, you know, paid money to fucking give to him. Like, hey, this is what happened in case you missed it. And he's like, and he banned the guy. And he's like, anyone else mentioning his name, I'm gonna ban you too. And you're like, dude, this is the absolute worst way you could be fucking handling this, dude. Laugh it off. Just say, look, I'm never going to fight him because I'm not a fucking fighter. I have no interest in doing it. Don't call me a pussy if you want, but there's no fucking reason to do it. You know what I mean? And instead he's fucking like trying to freak out. Trying to pretend like he's above it, but it just makes him look like even more of a bitch. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah. Oh, so anyways, yeah, so the Warski one, he was like, just again, Warski's like fucking going off in the interview like the fucking moron he is. Cause he's like, yeah, nobody's giving me a chance, but I'm gonna shock the world, all this shit, right? And the other guy is actually being pretty fucking, pretty laid back about it. He's a Filipino dude. who apparently like he was constantly doing like street fights and fucking taping them, I guess. And fucking
really?
but he actually like fucking worked out and fucking trained and got in shape and shit. And fucking Borski's fucking just running his mouth like a dumbass. He's like, no, I fought with all the best Canadian fighters. They trained me, and I was taking punches from them. You better punch at least as hard as they do. All this shit. And the guy's like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably finish him in the first round, maybe the second. And then Worski's like, first round, boy, you don't even know. He sounded like an idiot. He's fucking Worski.
Yeah.
But the greatest part was like at the last word kind of thing. Worski's running his mouth for a minute or whatever, and then fucking the greatest fucking sign off line I've ever heard at one of those type press conferences. The fucking Filipino dude was like, "I just wish him a speedy recovery."
The part that got me about that fight was like I knew Worski was a little bitch. Like that was not something I ever doubted ever in my mind.
Right. Yeah.
But that dude didn't even land a real punch on him.
No, he didn't, dude. It
Like
was just
he kind of
like
just went in with a bunch of
cross.
like half-assed punches and landed just a slightly harder punch that didn't really look like much. Like I'm taking punches to the face, and
Yeah,
that's
he
not
didn't
gonna
have a
even
lot
stop
behind
me
it.
from coming at you, much less make me fall over.
Yeah,
You know, like
Worski,
he
you could tell
barely
was
hit
out.
Worski,
Like,
and
you could
Worski just went
see the
down.
way
I
his
was like,
body-
did Worski just dive?
Yeah, and I don't know. It looked pretty convincing because his body just kind of froze and fell back. So yeah, I guess it could have been fake.
I mean,
but
I don't know.
think
I don't think it was. I just was like, that was my initial thought. Was just like, that was
Yeah.
such a weak ass punch. Like this dude must have fucking dove. But then like, nah, he because like you said, like he ragdolled for real. Like he did not try to protect himself at all going down. And even if you're not
It's
like,
so fucking funny.
even if you're
So, yeah,
not
that
like
made-
a bad like, you know.
Yeah, if you were standing flat-footed and you got that punch, dude's obviously strong. Dude's obviously got some power, but that was nowhere near his strongest fucking punch. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, that little Asian guy definitely could have punched a lot harder than that. There was no question in my mind on that one.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fucking. It made that sign off at the end of the press conference before the fight. That whole "I wish him a speedy recovery" just made it that much funnier.
Well, and like,
Worski
but also
again,
like,
blah blah blah.
I could believe homie meant it. Like
Yeah,
genuinely,
dude.
I hope he's all right. Like, I didn't really hit him that hard, and this motherfucker unconscious. Like, I hope he's not dead.
Yeah, no, he said that before the fight. He said that I wish him a speedy recovery.
Oh, before the fight? Okay, that's funny. I thought it was after the
Yeah,
fight. I
that's
was
what
like,
I'm
that
saying.
kind of makes
It's
sense.
even funnier.
Because
Yeah,
Worski
it's even
just dropped
funnier
like
after the
potatoes
fact.
like 5 seconds in.
Soldier 76.
Yeah. Well, you could tell his was all fucking bravado and fucking, hockey bullshit. And the other guy was like, I know I'm going to kick this dude's ass.
My tactical mind.
So he just says, yeah, I know.
Worski looked
Well,
like
didn't
the kind of
say that.
guy who, like, did all of his fucking training for that boxing match on a couch. Because don't they have, like, weeks or months to fucking do this?
Yeah. It was set up, I don't know exactly when, but yeah, I would assume it's a minimum of like 6 months, I would imagine.
Oh,
just
yeah.
again,
I mean,
for
that was
setting
just
everything
like-
up, and again, getting the venues, getting everything approved through insurance and all that shit. I would imagine 6 months would be the minimum. And I guess apparently he did train for a while, but I guess like towards the end
Not
he was
very
fucking
hard.
getting drunk and shit. Yeah.
If that was the fucking end result of months of training, he did not train hard at all.
Yeah, and that's what's really funny is like they had a hard time finding anybody to fight that dude because they'd seen like his videos of fucking
Oh, we got a name
people
out
up.
running. Nice.
When he was fucking still fat and out of shape. And Worski's the only dumbass who's like, oh yeah, I'll take 10 grand in a hotel vacation to get knocked
Knocked the fuck out. Yeah, I would be uncomfortable showing my face again later.
Yeah.
Like,
Although
I'll pass.
Worski's had at least three of those instances already in his fucking public career. So if he had any of that kind of shame or whatever, he wouldn't have been back ×3 at this point.
The wolf marks his prey.
So yeah, I don't know, dude. That shit was fucking hilarious, dude.
That was very satisfying.
Yeah.
Like no
Yeah,
question
like I
about it.
said,
was
I only
like,
wish that he could've
Worski
kicked his
got
ass for
fucked
longer.
up. Even though, like, I don't really
Yeah.
care all that much.
Yeah, no, that's, although again, yeah, if I had to pick somebody who I wanted to see get their ass kicked, he's pretty high on the list.
Oh, this dude just shot me through a fucking
I
wall.
will not be defeated so easily.
Yeah, Worski deserves what he got, though. Like, as a fucking loser.
Yeah.
He's not as... Okay, you know what? I will give Worski this. He is not quite as bad as those fake Fix-It channel things.
Oh, the DIY type shit, you mean?
Like you know the ones where it's like, oh, this one cool hack that does what you know, whatever nonsense.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
always a
I
fucking
gotcha.
fake hack.
Gotcha. Yeah, those are. It's like, why would you make up something? Yeah, the whole fucking premise behind that fucking retarded. Like, surely you could have found something that was, actually worked.
Oh yeah, you would think.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm wondering if Sam Hyde's gonna get anybody else to fight him nowadays.
Probably
That other
not.
dude, I understand.
You see pictures of that motherfucker? He looks like a fucking mutant. I saw him
Yeah,
interview.
dude,
He did a podcast with PKA. The PKA podcast. He did a interview on there for a couple hours where he's like just him, like not doing a character, no bits. It's just like a straight interview.
Which honestly is pretty
Strongly
rare for him,
recommend
dude.
that. He seems like a really pretty chill dude. Like obviously a little fucking nutty.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but dude, this if you ever watched any of his shit, dude, he's a really funny dude, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, just watching the thing where he was challenging Worski to a fight. that was fucking beautiful. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That was
Yeah. Oh, you mean
fucking
Piker?
hilarious. Or not
Yeah.
Worski, Hassan, where he was trying to get Hassan Piker to fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I got that mixed up there.
Oh fuck. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure fucking Piker knows that it's an act, but he's trying to pretend like it isn't. Like, you want me to, talk about
I mean,
this,
let's be fair
you
though.
wanna...
Fucking Hyde would fucking boot stomp.
Fucking destroy him, yeah.
Boot stomp Hassan.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chance in hell.
Yeah.
I don't expect Hassan to take that fight because that's just a dumb idea. Like,
Yeah, but he
you
should
ain't
fucking
gonna
just
fucking
say
survive
that.
that match. Like, you're just gonna die.
Like- Like, you don't have to fucking say he's a mentally deranged Nazi, a mentally
oh
ill
yeah.
Nazi.
Well, that's
Like,
just.
it's not fucking
That's just your typical fucking Democrat at this point. Like, what? Things aren't
Yeah.
going my way. I look dumb. I better lie.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, all he would have to say is, dude, I'm not a fucking fighter. I've never fought. Never claimed to be a fucking tough guy. Although I guess he probably
Well, I
has,
think he
kinda
was
has,
going
but-
after Piker because Piker was doing all that, like, punching Nazi shit.
Yeah, I think that is what originally started it, yeah. Like I said, I think Sam genuinely thinks he's a shitty person and genuinely dislikes him. But again, the extreme that he's fucking throwing out there is what's the act. Like how fucking badly he's pretending to hate the guy. But yeah, that's pretty rare that you get Sam Hyde actually fucking playing an interview straight, dude. Because he's almost always
Oh yeah.
bullshitting.
That's
You
why.
know
That's
what
why I
mean?
told you about it specifically. Because I was like, if you're a fan of fucking that dude, you're definitely gonna want to go and check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. That's the PKA you said?
PKA podcast.
Yeah, I'll put
For
that
the
on
most
the
part, they're
later.
pretty chill. There's once in a while they'll get and start talking about shit that's like, all right, you guys are full of shit. Now I'm not interested in this one because there are some like super left wing people on it. Once in a while, but for the most part, they're very balanced and they just talk about like stuff. They don't get into like a lot of what do you call it?
The crazy
Politics or anything like that. Like movies and shit they'll talk about though. Well, just one sec.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I've heard of that, dude. I've never actually watched it, but yeah, everybody that I've heard talk about it says it's good shit. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna fucking forget. So I'm gonna do it right now.
Myself.
Sorry
Goddamn
about that.
PK.
I had to answer the door. Oh, and
Yeah, no
I just
worries.
got over to that hiding spot. Son of a bitch.
Woody's gamer tag? Is that the channel? Woody's
Yeah,
gamer
Woody's
tag?
gamer tag.
Okay, cool.
You and
Right
me
on.
are my equal.
Let me find the
It
one.
was a Minecraft channel and a Call of Duty channel for a long time. Woody is like our age. Like he's a little older. He's like I think he's like 50 something.
Select
Oh, wow.
And so, what do you
Oh
call
shit!
it?
Did he actually talk about iDubbbz on that one?
I don't know if they talked about iDubbbz. Probably. They don't eschew or try to pretend that topics don't exist. They'll talk with anybody about anything. And the thing I really like about it in
Nice.
general is just that for the most part they're just talking about like movies and TV and like fucking nerdy video game shit. So it's not like
Nice. Yeah, it's not politically driven.
yeah. So exactly. It's not. It's a little break from all the little nonsense. Like I like watching Steven Crowder on occasion. I'll watch most of his stuff just because I like to see that one more extreme right wing view. It's like I try to watch left wing stuff, but it's so creepy.
Yeah,
I can't. Like,
So it's so delusional and just fucking weird.
well,
Dude.
it
Like,
makes
wow, you really
zero
never
sense
watched-
a lot of the time, which is
Yeah, but you kind of have to try to do it because you don't want to end up being like them, where all you watch is the shit that's reaffirming your beliefs.
yeah.
But yeah, it's really genuinely difficult to fucking watch, dude. Because like it's funny for a little bit, and then you're like, these people are legitimately fucking deranged, dude.
Yeah, no, it's like it's hard. Yeah, some of the stuff they come up with is like, well, this is a factor, that's a factor. Like you're like, fucking what?
Yeah. Their justifications for shit is fucking scary, dude. Like you said, it's like it's kind of funny, but then you see some of the shit starting to creep into fucking real world shit, like the fucking letting everybody out without bail, like in New York. You get a guy that's been arrested like 60 fucking times for all these assaults and shit. Just keep letting him out because nobody should be denied freedom because they don't have enough money. Yeah. Yeah, it's just bizarre. It's like, no, it's not like his name got picked out of a fucking hat and
Yeah.
he went to jail. He fucking did some shit. And again, yeah, innocent and proven guilty, but you have cases that are, the evidence is there and it's pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah.
You should at least have to pay some fucking bail money to get out of jail.
Well, I mean, look at that one fucking dude, Ezra Miller, who's been arrested more times than fucking like any other human on the fucking planet.
Yeah, that dude's creepy as fuck, dude. Yeah, apparently he's been fucking taking advantage of that fucking Indian chick, that Native American chick. And she was like 12 or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I mean, basically, fucking raped the child.
Yeah. God damn it. Hold on a second. I got the can just rolled away from me, and the last time there was like 10,000 ants by the time I fucking came back 5 minutes later. Hold on just a second.
Experience tranquility. Got you in my sights.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, are they still planning to release the Flash movie that they the Flash
As
in?
far as I know, that is stick a fork in it. That shit's done.
Yeah.
Best round.
But I think they're still hoping somehow that they can come across without having to recast it. But it
I don't
seems
know. I don't know if they're
unlikely.
what they're gonna do, because like a lot of the Marvel stuff is just getting fucked. You know what I mean?
DC
Like,
is even worse, dude. Well, look at the new guy that took over for DC. Was like, yeah, I know this Batgirl movie is all completed essentially, but we're still not releasing it. Like, it's that awful.
oh yeah, yeah. Apparently that is what I've heard. That movie is like fucking toast.
Yeah, I think the
Batgirl
budget,
shit.
I mean, relatively small for like a comic book blockbuster type movie because it was like $96 million budget or something.
I mean,
Which is, you know, for us, that's a lot of money. But for them to do like fucking, you know, 300, 400, 500 million budgets. Yeah, 96. Seriously, this movie's so bad that I don't care if we lose or never recoup anything. But yeah, so they're both pretty bad. DC is even worse than Marvel, somehow. You know, it seems like they're in competition for that title. Because all of them are just shit, dude. Yeah, the She-Hulk one's pretty bad. I haven't watched it. Have you know anybody who's actually watched it? Or just people reviewing it? What happened? Am I still on?
no, I'm just playing a game too. Sorry, I'm like getting distracted by the game.
Oh, gotcha. Alright, have you watched the She-Hulk stuff at all, or no?
No, I've watched Shield. You're talking about the one where it's like the Marvel group.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Yeah, the one that just came out recently was the one we were talking about it, I think, last week, where basically the She-Hulk is somehow stronger and better than all things because she gets catcalled and mansplained to. She's always angry or whatever the fuck, or has to keep control of her anger more than the Hulk's, you know, 10 million times worse shit he's dealt with. No, getting catcalled and mansplained too.
Yeah.
Way worse than anything the Hulk's ever dealt with.
Yeah, the Hulk thing where she was like, people can't call me and they're mean and they explain my job to me when they shouldn't. And you're like, bitch, his parents, like his father murdered his mother in front of him. Like,
Yeah, and not even including the child. Yeah, the childhood and growing up is fucking horrible. But like even the shit he's had to deal with as the Hulk was way more fucked up than any of that stupid shit,
oh
dude.
yeah. That whole thing was just like fucking ridiculous.
Like, yeah. So yeah, apparently in this second one there was, damn it, I just fucking listened to it, and it's some chick that's like an MMA fighter, I think. She's essentially playing herself, and then like the She-Hulk chick is like representing her, and the She-Hulk is doing some kind of crazy shit, and it's like, I will kill for you, and they're like, okay, dial it back a little. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's just fucking stupid, dude. Yeah, I was wondering, like, should I bother watching it? Like, I feel like I've
Are
gotten
you
the
watching
gist of
what?
it. She-Hulk show.
Oh, I'm never watching that.
wherever.
There's no fucking way I'd ever watch that shit. It's one of those things where it's like, oh,
Yeah, no, it's awful.
I'll pass, thank you very much.
Yeah. I'm just amazed at how these fucking studios and shit are still trying to push this nonsense.
So here's what I believe is going on. You know, put on your tinfoil hat. So there is still nobody in the chat except for Mr. Stenchover. There is a financial group run by I forget what his first name is, but his last name is Fink, which should tell you something. And he looks like a fucking rat.
Yeah. The BlackRock group?
Yeah, BlackRock Group, and they pay for this shit.
Yeah, they finance it or pay for, or straight up pay for it, I guess. Yeah.
And so, if you want to make money, you can just go with this group.
Yeah. If you want to get the financing, you're gonna have to fucking put all this bullshit in there. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Yeah, dude, this is amazing to me. Like, if you told me like 5 years ago that there would be a fucking
Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth show or whatever coming out, and I would have no interest in watching it, I'd have told you you're fucking nuts, dude. Like, that's impossible. But yeah, all the fucking, again, because all they're doing in the advertising is that shit, like pushing. Look, we got a fucking female dwarf and she's black.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, okay, so it's gonna suck. It's gonna be focused on that kind of shit. Yeah.
And the weird thing is, nobody wants that show, but they're still making it. Like,
yeah, it's fucking bizarre, dude.
yeah,
They
and I don't
paid, what, like
understand.
$1 billion?
That show is totally not. Nobody's interested.
Yeah, and they paid, again, I think like $1 billion for the rights, dude.
Really? Wow.
I think so, dude. That's the number I've heard thrown around.
That's a lot of
I haven't
fucking money to lay
100%
out for
confirmed
fucking
it.
nothing, essentially.
Heroes never die.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you're getting the financing, but you're going to be losing money anyway. Like, yeah, it's really bizarre.
That's not how that works. That's fucking weird.
I guess it's like a forgiveness.
Sorry, somebody's junk
Yeah.
tire just didn't blow up when it should have. Like, my grenade should have fucking demolished that fucking thing altogether. There's some bullshit going on there. So I got really distracted.
Shenanigans. Yeah, you gotta declare shenanigans.
Shenanigans when fucking the game mechanics don't function correctly.
Right. Yeah, that can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah. Like anything that hits that, any bullet of any kind, is an
gonna set it
instant
off.
explosion. So having my fucking mind directly impact it and then explode on it, and having it just keep going for a second is real fucking weird.
Play of the game.
Is that Overwatch 2
not how
or is
that's
that
supposed
still
to
the
function.
original? Is that the new one or the old Overwatch?
This is the first Overwatch, the new one, or the old
Yeah.
one still. I don't know when the new one's coming out. But then again, to be fair, like they're the same fucking game.
Yeah, it essentially should just be DLC.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But they're calling it the second one. Yeah.
So their new maps are the same maps that already exist, except they're what do you call it? Fucking at night instead of during the day.
Dude, I was gonna say that as a joke, dude. Holy fuck, dude.
I'm not even joking. It's the same
What the
fucking map, but it's a
fuck,
nighttime map
dude?
instead of the daytime map. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no difference in
Yeah,
the
I
map.
know.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I need this later.
Dude, because I was literally thinking of, there was a Call of Duty map that they had released. It was free. It was just one map I forget which game it was. Live or maybe War but War probably, where it was like you're on like the Japanese like beach or whatever, and basically like in the original one it's daytime, it's high tide, and then the other one that they released for free was just nighttime and it was low tide basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously didn't charge anything. They didn't charge anything
yeah,
for
they're
it.
charging people for this. That's the part that's a problem.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Should not be charging people for that. That's some bullshit right there. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yo guys, that's pretty fucking inappropriate.
Yeah, it's an obvious fucking, strictly a fucking bullshit cash grab.
Yep.
God damn.
And it's very, very
It's like,
annoying.
fuck, man. Like, you can bitch at Bethesda for putting out a broken game knowing that the community is gonna fix it, but at least it's a new fucking game.
Well, and
But
what
yeah,
was it?
just to
It's like,
basically-
it's almost as shystery as what was it when fucking,
Want to know the forecast?
that new, quote, new DLC that was really them just recycling the fucking, what was it they recycled? The DLC, not DLC, the mods, where they basically made a mod pack and then sold it as if it were their property.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's some fucked up shit, man.
Been here
Yeah.
all along.
Yeah, or like on the first, I don't know if they did this on the second one. They probably did. The first Star Wars Battlefront back on the PS4 days. Some of the DLC was shit that was actually already on the fucking disc, and it was just locked. And
Oh
then released
yeah,
later.
yeah, where they just unlock the fucking content. They're
Yeah,
like, give me
it's
money
kind
and
of
I'll
that
give you the
DLC.
content you already fucking paid for.
Yeah, that was on the disc. That was used, all throughout the beta testing and all that. Yeah, those maps were already on the fucking disc, and they literally released it as if it was fucking DLC. Yeah, they do some fucked up shit, man.
See you later.
Shifty bastards, all of them.
Yep. Kind of ridiculous. A lot of that shit is real fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people keep buying games from those companies, though.
Well, it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
People
true.
are like,
Star Wars
yeah.
Star Wars is pretty awesome.
Let's get started.
Yeah. Although I just bought used Star Wars Squadrons.
I'm out of
I guess it's essentially all
Star Wars
the,
Squadron? What's this? Do tell.
Squadron
I
six.
do like me some Star Wars
Yeah,
content if it's good.
Yeah, well, this is strictly like Starfighter shit. Like,
Oh, that actually sounds not horrible. Like, actually kind of maybe potentially interesting.
yeah, it's okay, but it's not nearly as good as I had hoped. Because again, those are my favorite parts of the fucking Star Wars game. Or maybe it's because of the ones I'm best at. It's
Yeah.
Starfighter shit.
Fair enough, though. But that's the fun. Like, because I remember way back in the day on fucking, like, Windows, I don't remember when, like, really fucking old Windows.
Right.
There was the X Fighter,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was pretty fucking awesome. Like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron for the 64 was pretty good. Yeah, I played the fuck out of that one. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of good ones, but yeah, this one, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's just like, it's not great.
Okay, so it's probably not worth looking for.
Yeah, well, it's used anyway, so like for me,
yeah.
they had a special. I went into GameStop for the first time in fucking ever, and they happened to have a special going on that was basically like any of the titles that were $10 or less, you could get 4 of them for $20.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I got like 4 games. I got that Star Wars Squadrons. I got Far Cry 4, Dishonored 2, and Uncharted 4. Which I've never played any of the Uncharted games, but they seem pretty fun.
Never played any of those.
Yeah, me neither. Well, besides the Star Wars, obviously, but
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Far Cry. Yeah, my son really likes the Far Cry games, and from what I've seen them, they seem pretty fucking cool.
They're not my bag of tea. Like, I'm not a fan of those kind of games, but they're pretty cool,
Right.
and interesting. Like,
always leave your
it definitely looks like a fun story.
Yeah, definitely worth $5 a piece for all the games. Obviously, even the Star Wars ones being disappointed. I basically only paid $5 for it, so not too bad.
Oh man, there's a lot of fucking bots in this game.
I think this.
I'm playing with top 500 players in every fucking match. There's some fucking serious bullshit going on. It's Overwatch though, so you kind of expect it.
Yeah, it's most likely bullshit. It's possible that it's not, but it's not. Like,
Well, I'm talking like instant fucking reactions, not like really fast reactions. I'm talking like split second that really shouldn't be possible. I'm a fucking bronze
like
player. If you're putting me in with fucking
there's no.
top 500 and bronze being the lowest rank, like to be clear.
Right. Yeah, it's like faster reactions than any human mind is capable of fucking performing.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Reinhardt whose shield, because he's a big ass motherfucker with a shield, whose shield will like insta flip to the 180. Like he'll pull like an instant 180 if you throw a grenade at his back.
Yeah. It's like, okay, that's obviously being computer fucking assisted or literally controlled.
Yeah. And then there's like Junkrats who are like executing people with headshots from across the map. Basically, their gun is like a mortar.
Oh, gotcha. So that kind of accuracy is impossible, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I still do not understand that, dude. You know,
Oh,
like
the
I've said, it's
hacking?
fun
Yeah,
to
I
play
don't know.
around with, you know, like with games that give, like, you can unlock certain cheats or whatever that you can use for, like, on single player mode or whatever. Like, those
Yeah.
are fun to play around with or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a
but,
blast. Cheating on those games is a blast. Like there's no reason not to.
Yeah, because you're not going up against anyone else than actual other human beings. But yeah, I don't understand the cheating when you're actually playing against other players. It's like,
Well, because you
dude,
haven't actually done anything. Like you didn't really
Yeah.
play a robot one for you, so it's not like there's.
Yeah,
I don't understand
yeah.
how you get a sense of accomplishment from it. Is what blows my mind.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
the concept
I'm
of like.
yeah, I'm so fucking good at this. Look how much I won by it. You didn't do shit, dude. The fucking
Yeah.
computer did it for you. Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. Although I guess they're gonna, you know, it's just that type of mindset or whatever that allows that kind of shit to, you know, convince yourself that you're really good when all you did was fucking put in a bunch of cheats and fucking aimbots and shit.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, you downloaded something. Good for you, Bubba.
Be right back.
And it was
Hey,
a
you're so
problem
talented.
from way back on like the original fucking Halo games when they started doing Halo Online.
Yeah, pretty much anything online, really, yeah.
Well, anything that's competitive, you're going to get people that are going to cheat. I just don't understand how it's gotten so out of hand that there are companies that literally make millions of dollars off of it every year. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I kind of get where you're coming from, but fuck, you know, like, how
Yeah,
are
and
they making
again,
that
it's
much
gotten to the
money
point-
every fucking year?
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where, as you've mentioned before, that the game companies themselves have to be in on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You know,
Would
they
not
must
at
be
all
getting a cut
shock me to hear.
of all of that.
I might need this later.
Yeah, hold on, I'm switching back to inside here. Give me a sec.
Well, and it makes a sick kind of sense if you think about it, you know?
Yeah, I guess if we're like, well, this is going to happen anyway, we might as well get a cut of it if we can.
Right? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah, I
just
get where you're
fucked
coming
up,
from.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's still shitty, but you know, like I said, you can at least understand their greed is their primary motivation. So they're like, fuck the players. Or fuck the players that are, you know, not cheating.
Been here all along. I'm out of here. Be right back.
Yeah, that's some pretty fucked up shit, man.
It is fucked up. Yep. Well, it's also like what was it when I played the Conan Exiles game on PvP? I've had bases ran. I've played other games like that. It's not fun when you lose everything, but it's a good challenge. Right?
Yeah.
All right, I had all this cool shit. It's gone now, and now I just gotta figure out how to
Build it back up. Yeah.
Translocating.
figure out how to build it back up and get my own back on that guy. Like I'm gonna get that guy later. Like I'm gonna build my shit up. I'm gonna take his base out, and I'm gonna win. That's what it makes you feel like. But like I'm just gonna cheat part. Like I don't understand that.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do to compete against it too. Yeah, again, like you said, I don't understand how you get any kind of sense of accomplishment. But again, if you get a fucking borderline or a narcissist or whatever, you know, they convince themselves that they did accomplish something. So I guess that's kind of the mindset that is required.
Yeah. Well, it seems like more and more younger people in this society don't see a distinction between winning by cheating and winning by not cheating.
Yeah, it's just whether you win or lose. So
like they don't see it genuinely. It's like it does not matter.
Yeah, how the winning happens.
Yeah, as long as you win, that's the thing that matters. And if you're mad about losing, then you just didn't do it hard enough or something. And it's like, all right.
You obviously didn't cheat hard enough. If you really wanted to win, you'd cheat that hard.
Hey there. I'm out of here.
It would be funny if there was like a fucking a lobby where like everybody's cheating.
Like, I would be fine with that. Like,
Yeah,
if you want to
even.
use like crazy aimbots and test out your fucking wacky, software on the fucking game, like test it out against other people's software. You're all on an even kill. You all have the same options as everyone else.
Yeah, see whose cheats work the best or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'm wondering, like in those games, you're literally like the aimbots are on, but they're also shielding immediately. So you're like you're hitting dead center of the target, but it's getting blocked because they have the cheating software to block that shit.
Yeah. Well, I've played against this, so like I don't know, man. Half the hackers are like decent players, and half of them aren't. Because I know I've played in enough matches where there was somebody who was really obviously cheating, but they were so fucking terrible at the game, it didn't matter.
Yeah, like even with the cheats, they fucking suck.
I'll have my
Right.
And I will watch your back in turn.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know, man. I play the game, I report the cheaters when I run into them, and they're like fairly obvious, like that Junkrat where his like tire didn't fucking blow. Because that's just like not even like that's not how the fucking game works. Like,
right.
It's one of those things where you're like, homie, like that's really fucking obviously not how that works.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Oh.
Okay. Well, you're fucking dead, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a Bastion? Oh, shit. That might be a Bastion with aim, but I can't tell. But if it is, we're probably fucked.
Aimbot Bastion's unbeatable.
Bastion is really, really fucking strong with an aimbot because he does so much damage. The difference is...
so ordinarily, he's pretty inaccurate.
Well, ordinarily, he can't do much to defend himself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, high offense, no defense.
Why is my fucking return not working? I'm gonna leave this game. Something's weird. It's not working. I'm playing a character that has an instant teleport the second you hit a button to go back to base. And my button's not working. And that only happens when your teleporter gets destroyed, which can't happen because it's in my fucking base.
Right.
I'm like, there's no fucking way they could possibly destroy my teleporter from where it's at. So if it's not there, then yeah, I'm out. I'm just not gonna waste my time on that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Personality synchronization.
Although from what I
up,
understand, like Overwatch is bad. Like from a lot of the people I've heard, there's like they say there's bare minimum one hacker in every game. Like every single match.
Yeah, so there's got to be some that were like almost all or literally all fucking hackers.
Yeah.
At least on occasion. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Hello. Hello. ازيك?
Yeah, like I said, if the fucking as you alluded to before, if the fucking game manufacturers are getting a cut of the cheating shit, it does make a lot more sense why they're a little slow on the fucking response to cheating.
Yeah. Well, and the weird thing is, like, the number of, like, games that allow Smurfs is, I think, 1, and it's Overwatch. Like, Overwatch is, like, the only game? Because the Smurf is, I don't know if you play a lot of FPS games or anything, but, a Smurf is essentially like, somebody who's on the highest level of the game. And, is...
Gotcha.
Gets a new account to play like really, really low level, so that
gotcha,
they can just go fuck everyone up really easily without any actual like effort.
Yeah. So they're not getting matched up against the elite anymore, that kind of thing.
Yep, exactly. So they're top 500 players playing against bronze players like me.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
That one I really don't get. That'd be like, I'm 42, that'd be like me playing chess against a 4-year-old. It'd be like, ooh, look at me, I won again.
Yeah, I've never played chess before.
Man, it's like, I'm so good at chess.
Is that it?
Oh, fuck, dude. Hey, I gotta go grab my charger real quick. Sorry, man.
No,
I'll be back in
there's
like
no
30
charging.
seconds.
I'm gonna check here real quick. Oh, that's right, the taxing of the water wells. Did not talk about that. Oh, and the ATF fuck. Damn.
Do you believe in ghosts? You learn something new every day.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Alright.
Boosting up.
Yeah, I just realized I hadn't been charging my phone at all.
Oh, yeah.
day
No,
long.
your phone's not going to work very long if you don't charge it. That's for sure. This will be a very short conversation. Indeed.
Yeah, well, I'm not on my phone anymore, but just, again, like from this morning, you know, the game I play. And then I was fucking driving to my doctor's appointment and all that shit. Waiting to see the doctor. Use up a lot of juice. Thinking about, I'll probably never end up doing this because I never follow through on anything. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but like on the fucking little old retro fucking football game that I play, the one that's like the old Tecmo Bowl. As I'm playing along, because like you'll have players that are, obviously they get older season after season. You have to draft new players or sign for new players or whatever.
Sure.
Like in my head, I like invent these scenarios for them. Like, oh, this guy is he's wanting more money on his contract than we're willing to give him. We might have to trade him. Like, okay, so basically, I was thinking of actually doing videos where I'm literally like describing all that shit, like making up fake press conferences for like the coach or the player and that kind of shit.
I like that. That's a good idea. Fake press conferences for video game sports.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the shitty graphics too, because it's like again, it's based on the old Tecmo Bowl games from like the fucking original Nintendo system. So it's just these shitty graphics, so the players obviously would be similarly, you know, blocky players, and have them fucking like pictured talking about whatever the fuck they're talking about.
That's actually a really interesting idea. I really like it, to be honest. Like, I would watch video game sports that were commentated like real sports, but not like actual players playing each other, but like one person making up like a fun narrative.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm doing it in my head anyway. Like as I'm playing, you know, playing the game, I'm like, oh, this guy's contract's up at the end of the year. You know, he might want a bigger role in the offense, or he's upset because he seemed to favor the other wide receiver, so he's gonna end up getting traded. You know, stupid shit like that. I was like, fuck it, man. Maybe I'll fucking. Well, I probably. Odds are that I will not. If past history is any indication, the fact that I've literally never. Yeah, I've literally never followed up on any of these ideas. The odds are that I am not going to.
Oh, fucking, that was, I missed one thing on the list of shit that I had on Discord. California is now going to start taxing people on their own well water.
Oh yeah, dude, I didn't watch that thing. I saw that you posted it.
So like, you gotta spend $300 just to build your well. Like they make you spend $300 just to fucking build your well as a licensing fee to build a well on your own property. And then they charge you for the amount of water that you take out of your own fucking well, again, on your own property.
Wow. That's fucking pretty brazen. God damn, dude. Even for California, dude.
Like,
that's-
talk about taxation without representation, because I don't think we even got to vote on that.
Yeah, they just decided it. Yeah, or was it the legislature, I assume, at least?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. And
Yeah,
it doesn't
what if it
affect me,
wasn't?
like, to be clear, like, obviously I don't have a fucking well, and I don't own any property, but it's the whole concept is
Yeah.
fucking
The idea
wrong.
is just disgusting, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're gonna tax me on well water that I'm using off of my own property? Like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah. That is pretty goddamn disgusting, man. It's like, no, we could cut back and, you know, cut off all this shitty, ridiculous spending, or we can start taxing people for the wells they have on their own fucking property.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's bad enough that they're having to have a fucking license to do it, but then charging for how much water you fucking get from it? Jesus, dude. Yeah, your state's fucking evil, dude.
Yep. Pretty fucking gross. But that's alright, all the fucking assault weapon stuff is getting thrown out.
Yeah. Yeah, if they actually adhere to it, though. Like,
yeah, right now they're
California or
refusing to
New
follow
York?
the fucking Supreme Courts, like addictions in like New York and California, I think.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
decided
New
that
York,
they're just
I'm
not,
pretty sure.
they're just not,
Yeah.
you know, subject to the law at all, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're still trying to enforce the laws that were struck down by the Supreme fucking Court. Yeah.
So that's
That
a
is
real
a
problem. And this is what I'm talking
disturbing-
about when I'm saying, like, why I think we're headed towards civil war is because
Yeah, they're
things
leaving
like,
people
we're
no
gonna
choice.
tax your fucking well water. We're gonna, you know, we're just gonna ignore the fucking laws as they're written in the Constitution.
Yeah, they're just the Supreme Court. What do they know? We're gonna fucking ignore them. Yeah, it's goddamn, dude. Yeah, they're getting so blatant about the corruption and just the
In the desert,
yeah. Yeah, it's fucking scary, man. But yeah, they're like, what else? I mean, what other options do these people have? And a lot of this shit doesn't affect me directly, but dude.
Well, and you know, this is
so
the kind of
fucked
stuff
up,
that
man.
all this does is make it harder for people to live, just in general. So, like, you know, Bill Gates can afford to pay for his fucking well water and do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
with it,
that's the
right?
thing. It's
But
shit
like the
that-
average Joe who's maybe goes out and buys some property, maybe now he can't afford to put a well on his property and he has to fucking sell it.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
affecting, again, middle class and lower, essentially. It's like affecting lower class and middle class.
Yeah.
You know, and the upper class, you know,
It's like Joe
obviously it might
Biden's
affect them, but
arbitrary
not to the
decision to
same
take all our
degree.
tax money without any congressional authority behind it. Just take all our tax money and give it to the 1%.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm sorry, what are those college graduates gonna make for fucking year after they graduate? Like way fucking more.
Yeah. Or dude, the one that I thought was the most one of the most blatant examples of that kind of thing. This was actually in Florida, which nowadays, you know, Florida is kind of bucking the trend on a lot of this shit. But basically, they took for like flood insurance or like surge, you know, from the fucking ocean or whatever. The flood insurance, basically, there's all these fucking big ass mansions that are right on the shore.
Yeah.
And they basically, you know, the different areas, they're zoned differently as far as what they charge for the insurance, for flood insurance. And so basically what they did is they took those $1 million properties and they put it in a much lower bracket, like where it's like a very, it should be an area that's like, has very little risk of ever getting flooded. And it's areas that are right on there. And then houses that are a little more inland, instead of being in one of those lower brackets, but still kind of high, they put it the highest risk area and taxes, you know, shit out of them. Or not tax them technically, but essentially what it is. But yeah, they're taking these houses that should be in a less expensive bracket, putting those in the most expensive bracket, taking those fucking mansions that are right on the coast that should be in the most expensive bracket, and putting it in like the least expensive one.
look after yourself.
It's like, you guys can easily fucking afford that insurance, you assholes with these fucking mansions, and you're forcing these people that, again...
Well, you know what? The
probably-
line at Starbucks was getting a little long, and those aren't really people anyway.
Yeah, they don't count. They only make what, 6 figures?
Yeah.
But it's not making at least 7 figures
and,
a
and
year.
this is really, like, genuinely, this is precisely why we need to have.
The game distracted me again.
Yeah,
Or
sorry.
pausing for thought. Yeah, where you stopped at, I was like, all right, is he pausing to gather his thoughts, or is he being distracted by the game? Perhaps both.
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
It was a team effort.
A little bit of both. I don't know. Also, like, how much is there to say about the fucking thing? I mean, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Obviously, not much we've established.
Definitely, definitely. Oh man, I don't know, dude. This whole system right now, where we have half the fucking country, political party-wise, it just refuses to follow the laws that everybody else is following.
Right.
Like, that's a serious fucking issue.
Yeah, that's.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like when I was growing up, like integrity mattered.
Yeah.
And fucking.
It's slowly been eroded to the point where it's like integrity is totally like
yeah, it's like you're almost like a country bumpkin or fucking retarded if you still believe in things like integrity and fucking morals and that kind of shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting. Or again, it's stuff like free speech is a glaring example. Like, yeah, no, anybody should be allowed, against short, again, inciting people to violence, and even then with an actual credible, ability to do so. Free speech, hate speech, any of that shit should be fucking allowed. Again, why do you need a free speech amendment if it only applies to shit that doesn't offend other people? Like, that's the whole fucking point of it. Is anybody's allowed to say whatever fucked up thing they want. Again, barring something that's potentially illegal shit or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really fucking gross. So yeah, it is gonna go. Yeah, I don't see. Because obviously you can't use the system itself. The system's corrupt.
Pain is temporary.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately,
you can't vote out despots.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to keep pushing, and people are going to get more and more fed up, and people are going to have to resort to violence, man. If you give people no other option, no other avenue to, again, redressing their fucking grievances. What the fuck else can you do? I don't know. Maybe they can resort to cyber terrorism or something.
Probably.
Like, I don't know, dude. But yeah, probably that too. But yeah, it's like, other than that, they're gonna have to resort to some fucked up shit when you, again, take away all their other fucking options.
This is not going to be a legitimate election.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way. Oh, I'm running against a team right now that I think might be a team of people, like, doing something, because...
Yeah. Probably.
Fucking Diva's, like, executing people from across the map, like, with a fucking 12-gauge blast.
Oh, wow, a shotgun and they're fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, I mean, no, there's a new feature where they can teleport the weapon right next to your head. It shoots while she stays across the map. I assume Diva's a girl, yeah?
She's like a mech.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's like a mech. It's one of those things where it's like a mech with a 12-gauge that goes constantly. And you look at some of the shit these people are doing, and it's like, yeah, this is pretty obviously just nonsense.
Yeah, it should be, yeah. The further away you get, it very quickly becomes less and less effective and less potent. I would assume that's the way shotguns generally work.
Well, people normally get hurt when you shoot them, but these people don't seem to take much damage. There's like this thing that you'll be playing a game and it's like the other team is taking 50% damage the whole round.
Wow.
So like you kind of have to sit there and be like, well, what the fuck's going on? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like,
yeah,
I shoot somebody else and
shit
they're really obviously taking damage. Now I shoot this guy and they just don't get hurt the same way.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It could just be better gameplay. That's entirely possible in a lot of those cases. But every once in a while you play a round where you're like, that's fucking just not right.
Yeah.
Like, this is a
like
level
it's impossible to be
diva,
that fucking good.
Which means this person's been playing for like 20 minutes and they have a fucking...
Yeah, pinpoint accuracy with a fucking shotgun.
And they know where you're going to be before you go there. Like, it's... You can tell they're watching you behind the fucking wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, all right, they're watching people behind the fucking wall. They're shooting everybody 100% of the time, and it's like, all right, this is clearly a group of people together playing as a team, and that's fucking real pain. Like, I really don't understand that one because
you're cheating and you're working together as a team.
No, as a team of people cheating together, like when it's like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. The matches are so incredibly fucking short.
Yeah,
like, that's just gotta be not satisfying at all. Like
yeah.
You take a game, like a round of it in a game might last like 10 or 15 minutes altogether, and make it last like 2 minutes. That's not very fun.
Yeah. You put way more time into fucking setting it up than you do actually playing the fucking match.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, that's... Again, I will never understand the mindset, dude. Just can't.
Well, especially when you're making the game like less interesting altogether.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even... Yeah, I guess great, for winning, I guess. But, like, I don't understand how that's fun. I don't understand how that's enjoyable at all. There's literally zero, they make it essentially to where there's zero chance they can fucking lose. I don't understand how that's fun at all, dude.
No. I don't get it.
Yeah, but then again, I guess if we did get it, we'd be the type of people to do that shit.
Oh, yeah, I'd have a cheat, like an aimbot downloaded already.
Star Wars Squadrons. Oh, this one's VR compatible, dude. I should probably do a VR thing.
No, that actually sounds like it might be interesting.
Yeah. Because on this one, you can actually manually, like if you double tap the R3, like the right joystick or whatever you call it. What the fuck do you call them? They have the left and right things that you move around with, dude. Analog sticks, I guess. So yeah, like if you double tap the right analog stick, which they call the R3, they call the L3 and R3, the left and right analog sticks on a controller. Anyways, if you double tap that, you can look around the cockpit and like look to the side and see all that kind of shit. So I assume with the VR mode, you don't have to do that. You just look with your actual fucking head.
Yeah, that would be kind of good.
Yeah. I wonder how much of VR. It can't be a whole lot for a PS4 at this point. PS5's been out fucking forever now. Or not forever, but for quite a while.
Okay, yeah, these guys are running some aimbots for sure.
Should congratulate him, dude. Can you talk to him in between matches?
I mean, why bother? Who cares?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking. I would go and just heap lavish praise on them for their amazing ability to win so convincingly, and tell them how incredibly talented they are.
then I fucking never point out that you're being incredibly sarcastic.
I just, I mean, I'll report them, but other than that, it's like all you really get out of that is just nonsense. There's no fucking point.
Yeah, yeah.
My whole team is basically just giving up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, once you realize it's impossible, okay.
Yeah, well, I just got added into a game, and my whole team is just like not even really leaving the base. They can't fucking do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah,
like, all right, this is some silly.
Yeah, multiple people cheating in fucking tandem, in unison.
And when it's been a
you got
couple
no
matches
fucking
in a
choice.
row where it's been really bad. It was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not the best player, but, like, come on, man. Like, what's... that's probably my last match. It's not really very fun playing like this. And it's been like this way for the last couple months. When I first started playing, it wasn't so bad. Like for the first 6-7 months of playing, it was like, oh, this is great. This game is fun.
Yeah, it sucks when it gets that bad. Where there's literally like maybe one match out of 10 you might get where there's no cheating going on. If that. Oh shit, never mind. Dude, this is completely out of left field, but I just saw somebody responded to one of my comments. I know you're not big into sports, and this
True,
is...
I'm not a sports person.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, there was a thing talking about, like, some chick was dating an NBA player, and she outed him for cheating on her, or whatever. They cheated on each other. She was some Instagram bitch or whatever. But anyways... You know, yeah, I mean, who expects a fucking professional athlete to not cheat on her? Like, you know what I mean? That's not shocking. I shouldn't say it's expected, but it's not shocking at all. And then I was bringing up the point that there was a player for the Lakers back when they were winning titles with Magic Johnson, and like when the Lakers were really fucking good back then. AC Green was essentially on those teams, which were, again, NBA was way more popular than it is now and that kind of shit. And the Lakers were pretty much the most popular team. AC Green was one of the players on the Lakers for, I don't know, a good 10, 12 years. Remained a virgin the entire time, during basically his entire playing career. And most of that was played in Los Angeles for the Lakers. And I was just thinking, like, that will never fucking happen again. Nothing like that. Yeah. And apparently the other players would fuck with him. Like, I guess they thought it was funny to, like, send, like, super hot chicks to try to get him to fuck them. And none of that worked. The dude actually stayed a fucking virgin, playing for the Lakers during probably their most popular time in the Lakers' history. And the dude managed to go 16 NBA seasons and stayed a virgin the entire time.
These guys
like, he got married, and obviously has gotten laid since then, but only his wife. I was like, that's fucking amazing. Like, I remember it happening at the time and hearing about it, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty impressive. Now that I look back on it, like, that's bordering on miraculous.
Yeah.
Like, resisting, that kind of temptation, playing for, again, incredibly popular team, Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'd gotten a comment, because I basically was putting a sarcastic comment in about, oh my god, a fucking professional athlete playing in Los Angeles cheated on their spouse or their girlfriend? That's fucking shocking.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and then I referenced AC Green. I'm like, I thought they were all like AC Green. They're all saving themselves for marriage.
Surrender to my will.
All right, that was way out of fucking left field.
Well, the virgin sports player is an interesting thing.
Yeah, like I said, that is bordering on miraculous, because again, I know you don't follow sports, but I'm sure you're aware that women throw themselves at professional athletes pretty fucking relentlessly. So for a dude to resist that daily temptation and not give in is fucking pretty goddamn miraculous.
That is, I'll be real honest, especially with the top shelf girls you're gonna get as a basketballs, football, any kind of sports player. Like you're in peak physical condition, you're making money. You know, hand over fist. They're gonna be, you know, ladies gonna be lining up to fucking throw pussy at you. Like that's just
Yeah.
you know, that's
Pretty much the way it's always been. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
women
at
are
least
for
the last
sale, and you've got
50
the
years.
price. You know, like that's just how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, that's definitely two of the three main ones.
And anyone that
money
is,
and fucking being in shape.
is upset at me saying that women are for sale, then explain to me why men are always expected to pay for the date.
Yeah.
Because it's a negotiation.
Yeah.
And that's
why
why,
do women
and
get
that's
so
what every
upset?
chick wants to talk about. Is how much do you make and what do you do?
Yeah.
Because they don't give a fuck about anything else. They're just there for the
And what do you drive? But that kind of goes with how much you make. So
yeah. Well, they come at it crab-wise. They don't always come out straight up, but they want to know what you make and how you how you make it. Because so they can figure out, like, is this an investment thing where I got to give this guy pussy up front, but down on the back end in like 10 years he's going to be making a ton of money and it's going to be well worth it? Or is it like, or is this an upfront thing where he's already making good money and I can just throw it at him and maybe hook a wealthy guy? Or is this guy not making any money and this is just, his one night out a week and I want to just get a free meal out of it, but I'm not going to give him any pussy,
Yeah. That's why the girls, will complain about being graded mainly on their looks, but then, like, you ask what else they bring to the table. They hate the what do you bring to the table question. Yeah, they fucking hate that question, dude. Holy shit, they fucking get wildly offended. So what do you bring to the table besides being pretty?
Like Patrice, his bit about the, like, what if your vagina was broken and you could not use that? What would you do? And every single woman is like, my ass, my mouth, whatever, right? And he's like, not one of you said get better at video games or learn how to fucking enjoy the same hobbies as he does.
Yeah, or tell better stories.
Every single one of you reduced yourself to a series of holes, so don't fucking come at me.
Yeah, he's like, and you want me to fucking, like, you just did that to yourselves.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, you know what's really fucking hard to do? You're one of those metalheads, right?
Yeah,
you like the heavy metal musics, right? I mean, like that's not like
Yeah, it's definitely actually probably is my favorite. I would say, yeah. Pretty eclectic, but I love that.
Yeah,
shit.
but the fucking growl singing that they do, where they're like rah 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 rah, that's fucking hard to figure out, man.
Dude, yeah, it's I actually don't mind listening to it, but you cannot decipher the lyrics for shit for the most part on those. Like,
I'm sure the lyrics like that are like,
you have the lyrics,
Mom hates me, Dad is mean. Why
I'm
can't
such
I
an
still
edgy
wear
boy.
diapers? Rah 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 rah. No.
Yeah, I'm super edgy boy.
Yeah,
I can
super
growl
edgy boy
lyrics
shit.
that are indecipherable.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard some good metal where, like, you can totally get the lyrics in the song and it's like deep and meaningful. But
and honestly, like
metal
I said,
ain't it, bro.
Even the growly, grumbly shit where you can't understand it. Like, I don't like fucking hate it, but I would never like pay money to hear it. You know what I mean? But it's like okay, but I know I much prefer the ones where you can actually fucking understand them.
Yeah.
Because it is funny, because it goes anywhere from that fucking low grumbly shit up to fucking high shrieky shit. Like, metal has all of that and everything in between.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Well, metal seems to be mostly about belting it out. Like you're not just casually singing like a lounge singer or like a country western singer. You're not just like, no, my wife took my dog, and like you're not just chilling out on stage. You're fucking yelling that shit. Like you are screaming out the music.
Yeah,
so
and it's generally
there's a lot of intensity in metal.
pace.
Metal is very intense, and there's some metal that I like, some metal that I don't like. Anything else?
Yeah, like I said, the grumbly shit is going to be on the lowest tier for me, but I even kind of enjoy listening to even that. But yeah, it's definitely not.
I like shit like Typo Negative, where they're kind of like sarcastic.
Yeah. Peter Steele. Did he? I think Peter Steele died, right? The lead singer.
Yeah. The guy that led Typo Negative passed. Because
Yeah,
I gotta
he was a
believe that
fucking
band would
lunatic.
still be going strong. Like they were really good. They were really fun.
Yeah,
Like musicality and lyrics and attitude and performance. They really had all the bases covered there. Had he not died, that definitely would have gone a lot further.
yeah, yeah. That was definitely a decent one. And yeah, I don't know if you ever heard any of his fucking interviews and shit, but yeah, he was
No, I never really get into that.
pretty
See,
based, dude.
I'm a big fan of not learning too much about celebrities if I can avoid it. Because
Yeah,
they always
actually,
turn
I'm
out
like
to be
that too.
fuck sticks,
Yeah.
you know? Like, not everybody. Some of them are alright. Like, Tom Cruise seems like he's just a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
There's people out there. What's his name? That British dude who makes all the. He did, like, The Office.
Oh, Ricky
Yeah,
Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Like, that guy seems like he's a genuinely nice person. If you were to
Yeah,
run into
yeah,
him in public, like, within the constraints of like, he's a real human being and you can't just expect him to always be on and happy to meet everybody. Because I do think you
but
gotta
yeah,
be
I've
fair.
never cared. Yeah, I've never cared particularly about any of their personal lives or any of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen some interviews of his though. Like obviously he died back in looks like 2010.
Yeah.
What does it say? Diverticulitis. Oh, Steele died of sepsis caused by diverticulitis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Diverticulitis. Oh shit, my grandma had that shit.
Yeah.
That's a weird
Well,
one where like it's something to do with the foods you eat. Like I know my grandma couldn't eat anything that had little seeds like strawberries or raspberries or blackberries, you know, where they get the little tiny seeds in them,
Oh,
because they get
right,
caught up
right.
in her intestinal tract and fuck shit up and cause inflammation. And it was
God
like,
damn,
and that
dude.
wasn't the only thing she could. There was like a lot of shit you're not supposed to eat if you have diverticulitis.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it says sepsis. So yeah, obviously the opposite.
So it must have
It's
gotten worse.
antiseptic.
Yeah, because I would assume that the diverticulitis caused some sort of infection.
Yeah, cutting up his insides that gets infected
Yeah.
by the literal shit getting into the fucking those
Okay,
tiny
so it's
wounds.
when it occurs when small bulging pouches, diverticula, develop in your digestive tract. When one or more of these pouches become inflamed or infected, the condition is called diverticulitis. And it's I guess there has to be like a real specific diet that you have to eat to
Yeah.
let it like heal itself.
Yeah,
And since it
yeah.
can become inflamed, that explains why he would have had like sepsis. Like something must have burst and it must have gone septic
Yeah.
because it's in the intestines.
Yeesh. I almost said, "What a shitty way to go."
Oh, that's fucking great! I love it. Why did you not?
Yeah, not on purpose. No, I was literally going to say that, not being like making it a
Oh,
pun.
not even
and then I
realizing that it
realized-
was a horrible fucking pun.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
glad
but
that once
really,
you realized
shitty way
what
to-
it was, you were willing to say it anyway. Nonetheless, that is good.
Well, you heard me, last week when I still managed to work in the grueling pun, even though it didn't apply at all. Oh, it doesn't do that. Well, I guess if it did, it would be a grueling. Remember?
Yes.
But Satan wasn't on, so it's not as fun if Satan's not on to be, annoyed by it.
Well, he's probably not gonna be on. I mean, very often when he is on again, because he's apparently drunk and passed out most of the time. So,
Yeesh.
well, he worked his ass off trying to get that bar, and I don't think it worked out. And I think that kind of fucking sucked ass for
Yeah,
him. Like how much
fuck
money he's
him,
lost altogether trying to fucking start a business.
Yeah. 'Cause, it sounded like he was really busting his fucking ass for a while, and it just didn't fucking. It sucks, man.
Yep.
Because as much as the fucking surly curmudgeon act, he's actually a pretty decent dude.
Oh man.
or at least not nearly as bad as he would want you to believe. I guess I would say.
Oh, you know what? I think genuinely down deep down, in case Satan never listens to this or watches, he's really truly just a marshmallow, like a really good, honest, caring individual who's always there to help out everybody.
Yeah, it's just a big teddy
this
bear.
isn't at all something I'm saying just to make him really mad.
Yeah, he's just a big cuddly mulatto teddy bear underneath, dude.
Yeah, he's into hugs, I'm sure. I bet he gives really good hugs.
Oh fuck!
And also scaring off poor Samaj with rape threats. Samaj is very patient with that, more so than a lot of
I think he's just used to it. You know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, this again.
Just fucking giving up on it.
Yeah, he's like, I guess this is gonna keep happening. And he's like, yeah, I used to get annoyed by it, but that just encouraged him. So I'm gonna pretend it doesn't bother me. I'll just say die in a ditch and fucking move on. Maybe he'll lose interest.
Oh man, so I'm sketching out some notes because I want to try to write a fucking musical for VR chat.
All right.
Right, like, and I want it to be like a coming of age story where a young Knuckles has to mature and become like a real boy, you know, like kind of like mature into a likable person, which is not an easy character arc. I'm trying to figure out some good coming of age type songs. Like I've got You're So Vain, Song of or The Sound of Silence. I think that would make a good song.
Gotcha.
Well, The Sound of Silence is all about being brave enough to speak your mind and to speak out when things are wrong. You know, it's all about how if you just stay quiet, horrible things happen, and you know, all you had to do was start talking. You know, like even though this is a shitty podcast that probably no one listens to, other than like maybe one or two people every once in a while. The more people that put their voices out, the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even if nobody may be listening.
Exactly. Well, I mean, even just one person. You know, maybe you get connected to one person. Fight for Your Life to Party is the third one I figured out. I need like 4 more songs.
Oh, Fight for Your Right to Party, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
I want to do like a real cheesy kind of like, you know, the character learns a lesson in each of 7 rooms before, like, you know, being a little more mature and getting the girl in the end, because it's a coming of age movie, so you got to get the guy to, like, you know, get a girlfriend at the end of the movie, because that signifies that he's mature enough to handle like relationships and stuff. You know, like it's a really easy mechanic for that.
Well, let's discuss murder.
Oh, it's Satan. What's up?
Did we say it? We said his name 3 times, didn't we?
I knew if we said nice things, it would piss him off. That's all it takes. The nice things.
Were you listening, or is this just you had just happened to come in right after we were saying how wonderful a person you are?
Yeah.
He just randomly showed up. He didn't hear nothing.
That's fucking even better.
Ironic.
Really, really fucking high.
So Mr. Satan and Satire, do you know any good songs that are like coming of age type songs?
Dance with the Devil by Immortal Technique.
Dance with the Devil. Let me write that down. I have a feeling you're messing with me here, but I'll still listen to it because it might be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, someone comes of age. Not everyone in there survives, but yeah.
Oh, that might be too much for my
Yeah, manner of speaking.
my friends in VR chat. They don't. They're a little. Some of those people are a little soft.
I
Some of those
mean, like
people are
one of the last
marshmallows.
lyrics in the song is, "And I was there with Billy Jacobs, and I raped his mom too."
Shit.
Raped his mom too. Very ominous.
Yeah, that story is fucked up.
So you're
The worst part
focused
about
more
it
on
is
the coming part.
the
of
worst
coming
part
of
about it
age.
is it's a true fucking story. It's just not his story. It's a fucking friend of his who killed himself.
God
Damn.
damn, dude. That's pretty twisted.
Well, you know, tragedy plus time equals comedy, right? No.
No, I
Almost always.
just tragedy.
Just tragedy equals
Tragedy,
comedy.
and then later on, more tragedy.
More
And
tragedy.
then it's still tragic, no matter how much time you add to it.
But it's always
Still
funny.
tragic.
Ooh.
It's always funny, no matter how long it's been. It's just funny.
Yeah, eventually. Even if
Always
it takes
an
No.
eons, it's eventually funny.
No, eventually, just right then and there.
I
Like
quoted
9/11. 9/11 was funny on 9/12.
Well, like fucking,
Yeah,
you know what got me about that one
Gilbert
is like there
Gottfried are in
were
agreement.
I don't know how many videos of people like throwing a party and people were like, not all Muslims. It's like, Jesus Christ, now is not the time. Oh man.
Right.
Oh, what
There's
was
Muslims
it?
with pilot licenses.
Jesus, go get a pilot's license. Hell yeah. That might have been a pilot program for the Taliban.
That was bad. I feel bad.
This was really bad.
Yeah, there's nothing suspicious about the fact we're getting pilot's licenses, and we're the only people in the class that are not asking for any kind of referral to any type of job.
Yeah, we're not looking
Unlike
to go become
everyone else
pilots.
in the class.
Everyone else wants to be a pilot, but
Yeah, they want to actually, hey, can you hook me up with a job or a lead on a job? They're like, no, we just want to learn how to fly. That's all.
I just want to get the nice fancy suit so I can go bang all the fucking dumb sky waitresses.
they do sound dumb if you ever listen to people talk about like the behind the scenes shit on airplanes and whatnot. Pilots talking or other people that work
They're all
on
just-
planes talking that the sky waitresses do not come off well.
It's
and I'm guessing
it's
they're all
stupid
fucking each
bullshit.
other on a regular basis.
because they don't ever get to speak to anyone in their regular voice. They always have to use that shitty, obnoxious, everything that's coming out of my mouth is a lie, fucking office talk bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that little
Yeah, don't
slightly
ever
too
trust
high
those
pitch.
hoes.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see you.
Oh, what is
Nice to
it?
have you on the flight.
I heard the best story about one of those chicks. She was super into like the pilot on a flight, and apparently iPod, iPhone, iPads, all of those things have this thing called AirDrop, where
Yeah.
you don't actually have to have the person's like direct contact information. And if you have like an iPhone and they have an iPad, you can just send them stuff.
Yep.
As long as you like get the name of their iPad.
You don't even need that. Like you can just randomly send people shit because nobody ever secures anything.
Yeah. Well, anyway, not the waitress, I guess waitress, whatever.
Sky
had
waitress?
been sending the captain nudes all flight and was asking about it after the flight, and he's like, I don't have any sort of anything. All of my stuff is Android. And she's like, what the fuck? And she'd been sending it to Captain Carl, who apparently is just some random person on the plane. Because the device was named Captain Carl. So she just been sending nudes to some random fucking dude named Captain Carl.
It's probably some 16-year-old kid sitting there going to the bathroom to fucking beat off.
Oh god, yeah. Was there a 13-year-old run into the bathroom every 5 minutes? Did you notice that, lady? That's I thought that was fucking hilarious because he was like, not at all interested. He's like, I just got out of a fucking bad relationship. I'm not at all interested in starting another bad relationship.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'd
especially
be
now
with the
somebody
sky
has to
waitress.
fucking-
It can't be good.
Yeah, well, a steward
Yeah.
isn't a captain. You know that's 99% gonna fucking fail miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with anybody you work with, dude.
Dad, don't shit where you eat. That's what my dad told me when I was like... That was one of the few things my dad told me that was genuinely good advice.
Right.
He's just like, don't shit
Yeah.
where you eat. Don't fuck people you work with. It's not worth it. It never ends well. Which
My
is
dad only
ironic
ever
because
gave
that's
me
where my
one-
mom and my dad met was at work. But still.
My dad only
Yeah,
ever gave me one
generally
good piece of advice, and it was, I don't think it was intended to be some, like, intellectual shit that that's what I turned it into later, because it was, you take some of his random, like, ranting and raving as a fucking lunatic fucking addict. Every now and then he had some decent shit to say. He's just a fucking retard. But he was sitting there just talking about, all right, listen here. If you and your little nigga friends out there doing some dumb little nigga shit, don't be the dumbest little nigga in the room. All right. Like if there's some, if y'all doing dumb little nigga shit, just let some other dumb little nigga be dumber than you. So when he fall off the cliff, you pump the brakes. And I have attributed that to a lot of shit in my life.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
just let
fucking
somebody
say
else
that's horrible.
be-
But it's really fucking true. Like, there's no
Yeah.
question. That's really genuinely good advice.
Like, you don't have to be the fastest person if you're running from a bear. You just have to shoot
You just
the
have
other
to not be the
motherfucker
slowest
in the
person.
leg.
Yeah, you just have to be the person that the bear doesn't catch, whatever that entails. Kind of irrelevant.
Dude,
as long as you're not the one that got caught by the bear.
Yeah.
Whether it's being faster, shooting somebody in the leg, pushing them over.
I'm going straight Shane with this. Like, I am shooting fucking Otis right in his fucking fat thigh. And I am walking away
Hand him
with
a-
my
hand him
dumbass
those
limp that I
little,
gave myself.
You know those little bears, the little plastic bears of honey you get from the store? Hand him a little one of those. And good luck, Otis. And fucking run.
Absolutely.
You're like, you're doubling your odds there, because then the bear gets not only a meal, but a meal with a condiment. You know, like, oh, he left me some honey from my meal. That's very nice of him. You might get a tip.
If the bear's real nice, I'll give him a tip.
Oh
Give
man,
more than the tip.
if you were capable of raping a bear and you did, that would definitely be one of those things that like no one could ever top as a story.
Who says I'm not?
Have you raped many bears?
I haven't tried. No, a bear has not defended against my rape attempt yet.
I'm gonna be real honest.
Yeah.
I'd be impressed.
Technically,
if somebody
that
could
is
rape a bear.
that's technically true for me as well.
Physically being capable of getting an erection and putting it inside of a bear, that's whether the bear's fighting or not would be impressive. I don't think many people could do that.
Yeah, no,
Outside
I've
of a
never
furry
tried.
convention.
I'm just saying, never been stopped from it, but I've also never attempted it. Technically, I have never been stopped from raping a bear.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Fuck that pussy ass bear.
If I ever do try, though, I'll let you know what happens. Actually, I probably won't.
No, yeah, you'll
I
probably
will
be
probably
dead.
not be available. I will not be available
Nah.
to let you know what happened.
The bear just fucking eat you.
Nah, it'll rip out part of your spine first, so you'll be paralyzed, but still feel everything.
And then it'll eat the fucking bottom up from you from
Yep.
butthole first.
Like the deer video.
Yeah.
And it just that scream the deer's making the whole fucking time.
It's
Oh.
like the fucking
Oh.
like these retards that are like hunting is evil, and it's like, do you think animals die of like old age peacefully in their fucking sleep if they're not hunted? Like every other way to die is like long, slow, lingering, and torturous. You know, like they'll starve to death, they'll die of
Or
like a
violent
broken limb,
fucking-
an infection, or they'll fucking get eaten by a bear asshole first, you know?
Yeah.
The butthole is the most tender part of most animals, and it usually gets eaten first.
It's
the
usually the
middle,
part
bruh.
with the least hair and the easiest to get into the real fucking meat.
Yeah, they get into the innards.
Yeah.
It's just the
I hear
the tender vittles.
Tender to the butt. The butt has a lot of really good meat on it, on an animal.
Yeah, it is the path of least resistance.
Not the way I've done it.
Nature, I guess.
I think the other choice would be the throat, right? Like you could probably tear the throat open, and that would give you like a.
Any hole that can't get pregnant.
Oh, there you go. Any hole that can't get pregnant. Oh yeah. And as long as they can't abort. Oh, is this rap music?
Yeah, but it's fucking storytelling though. Like it's not like the genuine just fucking shit that's out always. First of
No,
all,
if
it's
it's
an
a
older
genuinely
song.
decent rap song, I'll probably try to put it in there.
It's also kind of long too.
Yeah, it's just like
But,
7
like,
minutes.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't do the outro thing on it either. Then
There's
with the outro, it's like
also
fucking 10 minutes.
a 9-minute and 40-second version of it too.
Yeah, it's like with the outro when it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not. You know what? I'm not against that though. You know, if a music, you know, if a song is really good and it lasts like 10 minutes, and it's a really good 10-minute song.
It's not a fucking sandstorm. Shit lasts fucking what? Was it 17 hours?
Oh, I don't know. I have known a couple of different people who were super into Rush, and Rush has some really long fucking songs. Where they're like, here, I'm going to put on this album. It's one song, and it's 30 minutes long. And you're like, all right. Like, good job, Rush.
No, bad job, Rush. Bad.
It's too much. Yeah, I guess
Even
had a
Rush
few
didn't like
songs
Rush
were
that
pretty
much.
fucking long. But yeah, not all Guns N' Roses songs were 10-minute fucking. They had a few though. November Rain's pretty goddamn long. Civil War's pretty fucking long. But most of them
2112
are
is
respectful.
a 20-minute
about
song.
war anyway.
Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm going back outside to smoke.
Isn't there like a metal band that does like, what do you call it? Fantasy metal that has like some really really long songs, because all their songs are basically like fantasy stories but like metal style.
I don't know that one specifically.
I can swear I've heard that from somewhere. Like I knew a guy that was like, he played this weird shit and it was like songs about wizards and elves and dwarves and shit.
Yeah, I had heard not too long ago. I had heard of somebody that basically did like rock opera thing. The Mega Man, you know, the game Mega Man, all the Mega Man games, like the Mega Man storylines, but in rock opera form.
Huh.
So yeah, shit like that. I would imagine has also happened with fantasy stories and that kind of shit.
Cool.
So maybe, probably is what I'm saying. That thing that you had mentioned probably does exist.
Definitely
Not in
maybe.
Mega Man form.
In Mega Man form.
Definitely maybe.
Yeah, I'm saying if that exists, the thing that you were mentioning most likely also exists.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe no, not maybe. Who are you? Oh yeah, I don't know if I said to. I'm gonna try to write a musical for VR chat.
Oh, that will be a
Fucking
fucking
awful,
shit show.
and it's going to intentionally be awful. Please, so you know. It's gonna be about a Knuckles coming of age story.
Like Knuckle, like the fucking
Do you
echidna.
know the way?
Wow. So this is just going to be awful from the start, like
It's gonna be
intentionally just
fucking
terrible from the get-go.
from beginning to end, and my only hope
Dude.
is that I can fit enough terrible jokes and puns into it that it entertains me if it ever actually happens.
Okay, hey, if it does, do you think you might be able to work a hobo car wash into it?
A hobo car wash? Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That would be a great movie, though. That would be so fun. Just
Yeah.
beefy
By
football
great, you mean so bad
stud
it's
guys going absolutely nuts over a bunch of fucking hobos that are like half naked in bikinis washing cars. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh man.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Just
I don't know if
whole
that, yeah, I could do
movie
like a short.
of fat hobos rubbing their man titties on the windows of cars.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds more like a short. I feel like that'd be
God.
pretty enjoyable as a short.
It would be. It would.
Full-length, like,
You're right.
feature
Like that would
length
make a
movie.
funny, like fucking comedy sketch for like 2 minutes, where it just makes no sense, but you're just like left with this like total exact like ridiculous shit where you're like, I don't know what happened, but that was fucking. My brain hurts.
Plus, it's not. I mean, that type of thing has been done multiple times. Like, not exactly that, but like, you think like
Basketball.
in dodgeball when they did the fucking. Was it basketball or dodgeball where they did the car wash? Well, dodgeball for sure. Did they do it in basketball?
They just did a whole bunch of other weird shit
yeah,
in
car
basketball.
washes have been in a ton of fucking
Right,
movies. Yeah.
Like the movie Car Wash.
Yeah.
Like there was all those
Oddly enough.
HBO not quite pornography titty movies that used to have on in like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
I
the softcore shit. Yeah.
I entirely
Cinematic.
thought that there was this show that I watched that was like that, and I thought it was just like on like VH1 or MTV this whole fucking time, was like late night shit.
Yeah.
No, it was fucking Cinemax.
Oh, Cinemax.
It was just fucking. I thought it was Skins this whole fucking time. So back and like started watching Skins, is like, this. I don't think this is what I was watching. Like, this isn't it. These kids are fucking lame as shit. Where's all the drugs? Where's all the titties? This show sucks.
Yeah, there isn't a single instance of thigh humping in this entire movie.
Yeah, a really good.
I remember watching those like before I had sex, and I'm like, that's not right, is it? Like, that's not lining up. He's humping her thigh.
Or like belly button fucking.
Yeah.
I did not.
Where like they're lined
I
up
did
and
not
they're like,
fuck a
I'm
belly
pretty
button,
sure
I did
his penis
not.
would enter her navel at this particular angle, but they seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah, like I've never done this before. I've seen it done, and I'm pretty sure he's off by like at least a good foot and a half.
Did I share the video where the lady is like one of her legs has been amputated and she's just got like a stub under her knee, and she greases up the stub and fucks some guy in the ass with it?
What the? No, dude. I'm pretty sure I remember that, dude.
Have I shown you the video of the lady chewing a chocolate chip cookie and eating it with her asshole?
There's a fucking GIF that
Like
has that on there,
masticating
right?
the cookie, just.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Impressive on some level.
I'm sure it's fucking something to watch.
It's impressive, but it's also
Disturbing on a deep level.
Genuinely, like existential dread causing disturbing. Like it's like how does this even start?
How did you figure out you could do that? That's a really good question.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Oh, you know, there's a bunch of
100%, but
fucking
pretty
girls that
fucking
did
sure.
the Mentos Diet Coke thing in their pussy. That's. I got curious one day. I was like, I wonder how many ways you can do this, I wonder if people did this in porn. And like, I typed it up, and I'm like, oh wow, there's a fucking lot of people that did this in porn. That's really fucking gross.
You know the rule.
Yeah,
You know the rule, dude.
Yeah, Rule
If
34.
you think it has already happened, and there's already multiple websites.
So
dedicated to
technically, it's my fault, but you know,
it. You spoke it into it. You thought it into existence, dude.
thought it into existence.
thought it. Get it?
Thought it.
Uh,
Even when we don't mean to make good puns, we make good puns. Terrible. Oh, by the way, Conan Exiles is fucked.
It always was.
They put out sorcery and made all of the fucking thralls like half as powerful as they were. So now they just die. Like, even when you've leveled them up and put like really good armor and weapons on the thralls, they just get fucking murked by pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I've seen a lot of people acting like that's not really a problem, but I'm willing to bet, like, as soon as the purges start happening and they lose like half their fucking base guards in one purge, they're gonna be real fucking unhappy. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna last before they change that back. I have a feeling not long.
yeah. Depends on how many people buy the battle pass or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. They are selling the battle passes now. So it's going the way of microtransactions to make money. But I have a feeling they're going to alienate quite a few people from their player base. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep checking back in on it for at least a month or two before I give up entirely, but I have a feeling it's not going to go well.
Yeah. How long has that game been out?
Only a few years. Like, it came out in like
4 years?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, it seems like pretty late in the game to be, or you know what I mean, like to introduce that kind of thing. That's
Well, it never
severely
quite
altering everything.
sold the way they'd hoped it would.
So they're trying to recoup it any way they can.
And there were a lot of real issues with the game to start with, so it's not surprising. Yeah, but I think this and the other thing is they're also releasing a new survival game based on the Dune books. So like Dune is now a survival game that they're putting out. I don't know if it's out yet or if it's to be released within the next year or two, but like they've been pimping out their Dune game for a lot. So I don't know. I have a feeling like this was making like a last ditch thing for Conan before they just like walk away essentially. Because they're going to have, it's Dune Awakening, I think it is. Or is it Dune Spice Wars? Yeah, Dune Awakening. It's an open world survival MMO that just came out from Funcom, yeah. Oh, it's not released yet, but this is the game I think they're going to put all their money and time into pretty soon.
Yeah, it's a pretty devoted fandom.
I don't imagine that Dune fandom is that large, is it?
No, I didn't say necessarily large.
No,
but
they're very large people.
They're very large people. Yeah, I've never read the
I'm saying
Dune
the ones
books
that are
myself.
into it are really into it.
I watched
again,
the Dune movie, and that's about as far as I ever got. Like, the movie was fun. I mean, it wasn't like, on by today's standards, it's incredibly long and boring, but by real standards, it's actually kind of an interesting story.
Yeah, there's a lot of books, right? I mean, there's a lot of fucking lore and beyond what that one movie was, right? Aren't they making a new movie? Or did they already remake Dune?
They're making, or they already remade Dune. They're making a sequel in it. Because
Oh, okay.
essentially what they
All
did
right,
was
gotcha.
they made a movie like the first half of the first book, and the second movie is going to be like the full book.
Huh.
Yeah, the rest of it, huh? All right.
Which is like honestly is kind of better because like the Dune shit is it's long as fuck. So trying to fit like and it's the whole hell of a lot of story. Like not a whole lot happens. It's just in there for like shits and giggles. Like it's everything in the fucking in the story like meaningful there. So there's
Yeah.
not a whole lot of time wasted. You can't really put like 600 fucking pages of like everything in here fucking matters into a 2 hour movie and it just be like there's
Yeah.
no fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Not
mean, the
make any
old Dune
kind of
movie is
fucking
like,
sense,
what,
yeah.
6 hours or some shit? Like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was like 4.5, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy long. I just remember watching it and being
Yeah.
like, I'm really
Yeah,
glad I'm
Hollywood,
watching this on a computer. I can just pause it and fucking go to the bathroom and not in a theater because this would be a long fucking movie to sit through.
I was gonna say Hollywood seems to go in cycles on that shit. Like there'd be long stretches where movies were rarely longer than like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then sometimes it'll get into like stretches where most movies are 2 hours, 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give you an actual answer to why that is, but it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's your call, buddy. If you want to explain it, feel free.
I'll wait till I have you trapped in like a one-on-one call,
Yeah,
and you can't leave.
and it can really, really make you suffer.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Just make your friends suffer, make them question why they even allow you to still exist. Like that's the dream.
Yes, suffer. That's what Great Buddha says. Life is suffering. And that's all I know about Buddhism. But I am technically a Buddhist because it got me out of getting the fucking shot. So. On paper, I am a Buddhist. Then I shave my head because I'm lazy and it's cheaper to shave your head every now and again than it is to fucking go get a haircut.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Whoa, Mr. Meeseeks.
Resistance is pain.
I have to fulfill my purpose so I can go away.
What if the purpose you gave him, Mr. Meeseeks, was to make himself happy?
That's fucked up. Why are you dooming this man to just endless suffering indefinitely forever?
Because, to be happy, they die, but they can't die until they've made them, just... I like the idea of internal torture for a fucking Meeseeks, just sitting there with its head on its hands, screaming in existential fucking agony.
That's basically the... I don't understand how anyone looks at eternal life in any version of like an afterlife and goes, "Oh yeah, that'll be great forever." No, no. Like no matter how good it may be, that will eventually become torture.
Yeah. No, I've actually put a lot of thought into that myself. I'm like, God, dude, I really hope this is it. I don't want to keep doing this shit. I don't want to even exist outside of a fucking body, dude. I just want.
I don't want to do it now.
Oh, I'd be down.
Yeah, I could barely muster the strength to fucking get through each day, dear.
I
So
can't.
yeah,
A bullet sounds so
I'm
fucking tasty.
100% into this eternity thing. I would fucking be down.
A bullet genuinely
Really?
sounds so fucking delicious.
I would be 100% into the eternity gig. It's a never-ending,
that sounds
expanding
terrifying,
universe. There's
dude.
always going to be crazy shit you can see somewhere.
Yeah, there's always new crazy shit now. Are you interested?
Yeah,
Constantly.
Are you interested in all the new shit people do every day?
Constantly.
Every day?
Constantly, I'm interested in what's going on in the world.
Really? It's it's all brand new, but it still feels the fucking same.
Oh well, yeah. We're definitely in a fucking depression right now, for sure. I'm fascinated to see where this shit goes, but at the same time, I'm also, like, it looks like it's just going to turn into fucking communism because half our fucking politicians seem to have been taken.
It won't be real communism.
So.
It won't be real communism.
You're right.
I'm just preempting
real
it.
communism would work. This is
preempting
just not real communism.
Yeah, not till it works.
It won't be real.
It doesn't work.
The no true Scotsman.
It's the birds.
fallacy.
It's not real.
It's only real if it works, and if it doesn't work, then it wasn't real. You got to try again.
I don't know why I haven't seen it until recently, because it's my favorite fallacy just because I like explaining it. Like, all the different fallacies there are, like a list of like 700 fucking different versions of them. But my favorite is the nine tails cat.
The nine-tailed cat? I
No-
don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, no cat has
Not familiar.
no cat has 8 tails, right? Like, you can accept this premise.
Okay.
Yes.
A cat has one more cat than no cat. So a cat has one more tail than no cat. Right?
So if it can't have less than 8,
Uh-huh.
and it has to
Yeah,
have
so
one more than,
therefore-
no tails.
Cats have
That's
9
nine.
tails.
Yeah. I see where the fallacy is. That's yeah.
Using the no cat as an actual thing, and the absence of a cat, conflating it to be the same thing.
Yeah, you're equating
The absence of communism is the same as it being bad. Like, no. It's communism has 9 tails. Fuck it, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, you're never talking about the right thing anymore. Like, you keep changing what it is you're talking about. It's all fucking bullshit.
Well, I've found very few communists that you can actually have a discussion with because they tend to not be able to stay in reality. Like you explained, the basic problem with communism is why would really hardworking people continue to work really, really hard for the same exact money as a bunch of people that don't work? What would be their motivation for that? So you just eventually get less and less and less work until nobody's doing more than the least amount of work that anybody can get away with doing? Because everybody hates each other.
Text. I'll be right back.
Like, that's the basic issue with communism just in general, like as a system. And they can't feasibly comprehend that anybody would do that little amount of work, that anybody would be that lazy. It's weird. I don't understand why that's the sticking point.
Yeah. They can't grasp the concept that people are going to put in different amounts of effort, and the ones that are putting in more effort are going to notice that the ones putting in the bare minimum getting paid the same amount.
So why would they work harder? Why would you make 300 widgets when the guy that makes 100 widgets gets the same amount of money? You just make 100 widgets, take the same amount of money as the guy that did 300 widgets, and you don't work as hard.
Yeah.
Everybody's just going to end up being the guy that makes 100 widgets.
Yeah, they're going to find out what the bare minimum is they can get away with. Yeah. Everybody's going to strive to do that amount.
Whereas with your, capitalism leads to a lot of other shit that's equally bad, but not for nearly as many people. It's better for a lot more people in capitalism than it is in communism, just in general. Because everybody's motivated to work as hard as they can, and the people that are lazy, well, they just don't get anything. All right. I don't know. People are just
Yeah,
assholes.
yeah.
I think that's what
And
our
those
economy
people are
needs to be based
generally
on.
pretty lazy themselves.
Oh, the communists are fucking. Did you see the thing on Reddit where they fucking got a bunch of communists on Twitter to like fucking say what they'll do when the communism wins? And it's fucking hilarious. Like they're all gonna be these erudite educators and like novelists and painters. Like they're going to be the artistic elite of communism, even though they don't seem to understand that that's not how
Right.
communism works. There is no elite.
Yeah. Other than
Well,
the ones running the communist.
The military and the government are the elite because they're the ones that basically run everything and get the way more than everybody else. Because you definitely pay your soldiers really good compared to the average guy, or your army won't enforce communism. So you got to pay them a little more.
Yeah. Pay them whatever it takes for them to not want to overthrow you.
Yep.
And take that shit for themselves.
And then on the other side, you got like monopolies and slavery and shit like that, which is the inevitable end of capitalism going way too far. And it's like, essentially the problem is that people are fucking assholes, and no matter what fucking system you throw at them, they're gonna figure out ways to fuck each other over. So instead of making a system that's static, let's just change it as we need to. I think we need a hard reset now. I don't really see any real change happening without some pretty extreme violence at this point. Not advocating it, just saying it's, you know.
Yeah, no, it's, not excited about it. In fact, it's pretty fucking terrifying. And I hope to God I'm fucking wrong.
I'd much prefer there not be, like, civil war or mass civil unrest.
Yeah. But unfortunately...
But if history is anything to go by, that's not how that's going to work out. Like, you're going to have... I mean, it's like how like when Russia broke up, or the UK started having to give up territories and shit. The US is going to be no different.
Yeah,
there's going
everybody
be
had to give up their empires.
Different areas that hate each other and decide that they're going to be enemies and break up into tiny little nation states for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun times ahead.
Yep, luckily we're older.
Yeah.
So we won't be here for a lot of the really bad stuff, I don't think, if we're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have a much clearer conscience for not having brought any kids into this fucked up world.
Oh, I mean, hey, I could still do it, maybe. Squirt out some like really fucked up like dolphin kids.
Yeah, but at this point, anyone choosing to have kids, it just seems totally highly irresponsible, dude. Yeah, kind of fucked up. You're like, can you at least wait to see if shit's going to actually improve? Unless you're like, nah, my kid's gonna fucking, I'm gonna raise him right, and he's gonna fucking save the planet somehow.
Oh yeah, never works out that way.
Unlikely.
Oh, I want to get that creepy song from the New Radicals in there. Absolutely. You know the New Radicals? They did the "Get What You Give" song, and it's like they're dancing around, and the dude's like obviously like in his 30s with like male pattern baldness and shit setting in, pretending to be like a teenager at a fucking mall.
Yeah. One hit wonder. Yeah.
And it's a good song. Like I fucking love the song. I'm not even gonna lie. I love that song, but god damn if it's not a little creepy when you watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I guess most singers are, you know, any of them, most of them that are popular with the younger crowd are going to be like at least one generation older.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not against it. It was the dressing in a high school kid's outfit in a high school in a mall that made it weird. If it was
Yeah.
just them in like any other setting, I don't think it would have bothered me. There's just something about a 30-year-old man making a music video in a mall with a bunch of high school kids and dressing like a high school kid that makes it like
Yeah.
no.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, he's so mature and he can buy beer.
He's so cool.
Yeah, that's why the 16-year-olds, like, that's their excuse for blowing him, you know?
Yeah.
And their friends are
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he's fucking
anyone.
using you? It's like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone who's trying to fucking connect with a younger generation like that is just fucking pathetic, dude.
Burn.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one, because again, I listen to a lot of ASMR shit, and there's this one old bitch doing it who's obviously trying to fucking get in with the young crowd, dude. And I'm just like, God, I hate that fucking bitch. Like, it's so fucking sad.
Alright, I'm also going to have to use Call Me Maybe. That's too fun of a song. Oh man.
Shit.
Oh, I went like no carb. Not well, not no carb, but extremely low carb. I'm just eating like, you know, like a piece of fish or a piece of chicken and some fucking vegetables for dinner, and then
Oh, doing that again?
seeds and nuts and stuff for and fruit for fucking lunches. Yeah. And then I just get most of my carbs in the morning.
I've got to actually dedicate myself to that kind of thing, dude. 'Cause
I just need to
I
like cut
think I
back
can
on the
pull it
sugar,
off.
you know? Too much of a sweet tooth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely my downfall, dude.
Oh, did you see the state with the most incest is Kentucky?
No, I saw that. I didn't actually look at it. I saw the thing you posted, but I
Yeah, apparently
get around to
because
actually
of
looking at it.
the Appalachians and the amount of isolationism that went on there with the Scottish settlers, there's some real fucked up weird families out there that really, really fucking inbred in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all cousins marrying cousins.
Yeah. There was like one group of fuckers that were like blue skinned.
Holy fuck, dude. Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Literal Smurfs, dude?
I would imagine it's more like the tint
Fucking
you get
nuts.
when you're going hypothermic or like lacking oxygen. Let me look this up because, you know, who knows? There was only one article I saw, so they
Yeah.
could have fucking lied.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah, I would
people
imagine,
skinned
like,
of Kentucky is like the
Amish
first
areas.
search. The Blue Fugates, a family who lived in the hills of Kentucky, commonly known as the Blue Fugates or the Blue People of Kentucky, are notable for having been inbred. It's and the blood disorder is
Yeah.
methemoglobinemia or some shit. Let me see if I can get some images.
Yeah. Pretty sure you nailed the pronunciation, dude. I would imagine Amish country has to be pretty goddamn inbred as well. gonna be a similar situation, right?
Yeah, but I guess they didn't compare quite to
Can't fuck with Kentucky.
yeah, with the Kentucky people. Oh, here's a motherfucker. Holy shit. I'm gonna put the wiki link in the Discord. It's the best picture I found of this dude. But that's the blue skin they were, and apparently, yeah, fucking straight up Smurf.
Yeah. I always. Oh Jesus. Okay, yeah, I've seen that guy before. Now I remember it. I never actually remember hearing the actual
His was
story,
from rubbing
but yeah.
some silver shit on him. Silver chloride colloid.
Homemade silver colloid, yeah.
Yeah.
Colloid or silver. Anything that has the word chloride in it, I would be a little, Seems like that's always toxic, right? On some level.
Yep.
Well, no, never mind. Sodium chloride. I was just thinking salt and fucking.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mind.
Yeah. Sodium chloride salt.
I just instantly disproved my stupid fucking thought.
Yeah, the chloride was just making me think. Oh well, that must be what do you call it?
Like, oh yeah, salt is sodium chloride.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying the chloride part was just making me think of bleach.
Yeah,
I wasn't remembering. Yeah, that it's sodium chloride is salt.
All the other ones, though. The other chlorides.
Oh wait a minute! They tried to make a fucking show with the Fugattis in it.
Was it a? What is it? If it wasn't a live-action Smurf show,
no,
that'd be very
that's
disappointing.
Funny. But yeah, imagine there's like one character in it that's as blue as that guy in the fucking wiki. Like that's how blue they got. That's fucking crazy. But apparently it would, like, some people would turn blue in the family and some wouldn't. Like it wasn't a super dominant trait.
Although, yeah, I've heard that in Amish communities, there's certain, hereditary defects that they have a, way oversampled percentage of or whatever.
I'm sure.
Because of how insular that community is.
So maybe
like if it's something that affects like
the whole Amish community, because it's not all in one state, it's just small groups in multiple states. I wonder if maybe if you took the whole Amish community and put it up against Kentucky, if the Amish community might not win.
It'd be close.
Or be really close to beating that state. Maybe the fact that the Amish are in like Vermont and Maine and Rhode Island,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
they're only counting in that one state, so they're not a huge.
Yeah, but if you put them all together,
segment of the population. Or they just weren't counted because they don't really. They're not the most interactive group out there.
Well, and
they don't interact with the English as much.
I doubt they're going to be super honest too.
Like, oh yeah,
yeah.
We're running out of cousins to marry each other. We're just going straight fucking brother sister. They wouldn't advertise that fact. Yeah, I can imagine.
It's kind of amazing how long the Amish have lasted. When you consider, like, they don't go out and proselytize to other people. Right? Like, there's not an active Amish recruitment office that you can go sign a fucking thing and get a plot of land at,
Yeah. I still love the fact that they just refer to everyone else outside of the community as the English.
Oh, everybody besides themselves is the English. That's fucking funny.
Well, my granny's
any non-Amish, they're all the English, just the English. Yeah. What?
My granny's heart stopped for 12 seconds.
Oh, that's fucking scary.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. She just sends me a text saying, I think my heart just stopped. I'm sorry, fucking what?
Yeah, and then it's like, well, what's the rest? Tell me more. Oh,
Who phone?
She's
Who
wear-
dis?
She's wearing a fucking a heart monitor or whatever. That's why she knew it was 12 seconds because it's already fucking registered. But yeah, no, she just fucking died for 12
Damn,
seconds
dude.
oh man.
and texted me while she was fucking dead.
So you actually
Correct,
speak to dead people.
Now too. Used to be the one. That
You used to
that
just
fucker
be the
doesn't ever
one.
leave the back of my fucking brain. Like she, I'm not scared of fucking anybody over fucking anything, basically ever. That dude's been dead for years, and I'm still kind of scared of him.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, my old boss.
Yep.
Yeah, that fucking yeah. The only dead person I speak to.
And that's just be like, please don't hurt
Guy
me.
still scares the shit out of you, huh? Right.
Let's put it this way. I know for a fact he was a killer. Because I was there. I'm also pretty sure that dude did that shit as a hobby. Like the people disappeared sometimes that didn't need to. Like just like, well, that was you, right? Like you.
Because somebody
You were
just
basically
enjoyed
bored,
making
and he
them
was
disappear.
just kind
you
of
a
annoying
fucking
you.
serial
So
killer,
let
dude?
go.
Like, are you a fucking serial killer, dude? Like for real? Like you can be honest. Like, just you gotta let me know though. Are you a fucking serial killer?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I have your word that you will not serial kill me? Like you tell me, dude. Your secret's safe with me.
Like, yo,
As
I
long
can
as
help,
you agree
man.
to never serial kill me.
Be like, I got a ditch digging machine you could borrow. Just fill me in on the deets. Use that language too. I think serial killers really like people that say things like deets.
Yeah, the weird fucking Baltic fucking yeah, whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know what country he was actually from. I just know he was one of those fucking
Eastern
One of
Europeans.
those former,
Yeah.
one of those former Soviet bloc countries.
Yep.
One of those gross Eastern Europeans. You can't trust the Eastern Europeans.
The
Yeah.
Balkans. None of that.
Oh, did you guys hear about the fucking crazy thing with the scaffolders in Canada?
No, what happened?
So they're working on the oil rigs out there in Canada, and you have apparently a very short season to work on it. So they want everybody working as many hours as possible. So the company was offering $150 a day in overtime, excess over, like on bonus on top of overtime for whatever hours the workers would work. But they decided they wouldn't offer that bonus to the scaffolders only, like they offered it to every other worker. So the scaffolders were like, well, then we'll just not work any overtime. And apparently that didn't sit well with the company, so they went to a judge and got like an order to that basically gives them the potential to jail the workers if they don't work overtime. The voluntary overtime that they're offering.
Yeah, that seems totally fucking reasonable, dude.
It's probably the craziest shit I ever heard. I was like, God damn.
Dude, that is nuts, dude. All legal act too, man. Jesus Christ.
See, that's why I'm getting to the point. I don't even need to know the situation. The government kill them.
Yep.
You don't even hear what they
Yeah.
no, but the government kill them. No, like can I tell you what they did first? Kill them. I don't care. I don't care what they did. They did something, and they should not do that. They should do less things. Kill 'em.
I mean, unless what they did was suicide, in which case I
They should
approve.
cease to exist.
Outside of that, no, yeah. I would agree with you on that, yeah. I do think if the government suicided, I would find that acceptable.
Government suicide.
It does look like we're pushing towards some crazy shit.
No, nothing's gonna blow up.
You
It
don't
will.
think any of the states are going to start being like, you know what? I don't think we want to be part of this union anymore.
It will.
They're like 3/4 of the way to a convocation of the governors. I thought.
Everything will keep just boiling and boiling and boiling until it hits the fucking lid on the the fucking pot there, and it will boil over, and then fucking cool down, because that's what happens when a pot boils over. Fucking water comes out, fucking like comes down the fucking side, and everything just fucking fizzles and just stays shitty forever. It doesn't ever
a quick eruption, and then it will stop very quickly.
A whole like big show of no explosion, a whole lot of theater and people yelling back and forth, fucking throwing rocks in the street and shit, but then no one's ever gonna do anything, and it will just stay this way forever. Because as much as we bitch about everything being so fucked up, our lives aren't that bad. I mean, my life is fucking miserable, but in general, our lives aren't that bad. Like it's not to a point where anyone is willing to actually sacrifice anything to fix anything, because they're complacent. It's all right. I mean, it sucks, but it's all right. I mean, like things could be better, but it's whatever. It's fucked up.
Yeah. I think it's a combination of that kind of shit and the amount of fucking distractions.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, that keep your attention span from being able to lock on anything for any significant amount of time.
There is more than 24 hours of new violent snuff porn uploaded to the internet every day. So even if I was watching 24 hours a day, I would still have to. I'd never catch up on the new violent snuff porn. That I can't. I mean, I'm not a god.
3 snuff porn films at a time to even start to catch up.
And then you're missing parts of the story. Like, why did she start getting beat? Why is she getting burnt with the fucking hanger right now? Like, what's going on? Like, what'd she do? Why did she deserve this? Because she definitely deserved this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. What is this character's motivation? Yeah.
Who's that getting mouth raped? Like, I don't even know who this character is.
They can't say their name. Their mouth is otherwise occupied.
This is the plan coming to kill me because I said the bad words.
Yes.
You guys heard that, huh? I live very close to a fucking municipal airport.
Oh,
well,
man.
that sounds tasty.
We need to start like a internet trend of people using drones to do the knockout game. I just think that would be fucking crazy.
I want there to be a surprise Squid Game. Like, just random people. Like they didn't choose it. They just, like, you're in this location at this point. Like, hey, you're in the zoo on this date. Such and such. All right. Yeah, nobody can leave. We're all playing fucking Squid Games. Let's fucking go, bitches.
You just want to be able to shoot a bunch of people.
You should have read the fine print.
I just want it to happen. Like, I don't even care if I'm a contestant and have to fucking do this shit. I could die. I don't give a fuck. I don't like my life anyway. But I just want it to happen.
Damn.
Just an involuntary Squid Game. Just a random selection of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with you, dude.
I mean,
basically just taking, like, the Saw movies, the early ones, whenever there was still like a solid philosophy of fucking John Kramer before they kept shitting on it in the later movies, and just made it just hollow and pointless and stupid.
Before it became a caricature of itself.
I never watched any of the Saw movies. Not my kind of movie. So
You'd actually honestly, you dig it. Like it's not the blood and gore and stuff that you think it is. Like it's at least the early movies are way more thinky than that. Like it's genuinely fucking really good fucking psychological thrilling more than it is horror.
Maybe I'll
Wait,
take
was the
a
first
look.
one where they were all like chained to a wall in like a bathroom somewhere or something?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I remember. I've definitely seen that one, but I think that might have been the only one I've seen. That one was
The
really good. That one was
yeah,
really good.
I will say the first four are fucking phenomenal. The fourth one is great, almost exclusively because of the ending. I mean, it was pretty good, but the ending just made it. Oh my god, that was fucking like. I just watch the ending over and over again, and it'd be fucking great. Like the rest of the movie, it's all right. That fucking ending, oh my god. Um, yeah, but like the first three and like the ending of four, phenomenal. Then it starts getting a little. It goes downhill from there. Like five is watchable. Six is bad. The seventh one was fucking Saw 3D, and that was just atrocious. Then they did like the true Saw, like the real Saw 7, because they kind of ignored that Saw 3D happened. Yeah, like they like except the fact that the current bad guy was still current bad guy, and like the events happened to him but nobody else. Yeah, it was weird. Saw 3D was fucking awful. And then they did Jigsaw, and then they came out with the Spiral one, which yeah, I wish they had. It was bad. It's like yeah, no, just, like the first five. That's it. Like ignore the rest of them. They get fucking terrible.
I'm trying to think of a plot, but I don't think this was a Saw movie. I think it was like a story I read, or like this dude was kind of like this fucking secretly sadistic guy, and he was friends with this chick who was like a hardcore like vegan, and he basically kidnaps her and fucking puts her in this room, and like all there is there to eat is like this big fucking roast, and like she refuses to eat it at first, but after days and days and days of her slowly starving,
He starts eating
finally has to break down
the
and eat
rotten
it.
fucking
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a Saw movie, right? I'm thinking
No.
that was a book I read. Okay. Yeah.
No, I was actually I was thinking that was a one of the horror movies on like a fuck Jesus the 12 horror movies that they do out like it's this company they do a film festival too, but mostly what they make all the money from is just selling like these 12 movies a year. Like it's the ones that win these awards or whatever, and they put out this box set of like 4 each of these horror movies. And I have a few of the box sets in the house. I'll have to go pull one to remember the fucking name. But they had one that was very similar to that. It might have actually been that. I'm just remembering it slightly differently. I remember it being a dog, not a roast.
Like, all that was in there. I'm sure I'm misremembering it, dude. But yeah, it was definitely meat, and it was a vegan chick. Yeah, by the time she's so desperate and fucking starving, meat is totally fucked up. Yeah, totally fucking rotted.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Seems like something that's kind of in the spirit of Saw, not actually Saw.
Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm thinking of any group that deserves to get fucked with like that, vegans is
kids.
At the top.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, vegan kids.
We were a whole other. Sorry, I was. My bad. We were definitely not on the same track there.
Yeah, no, but I'm with you. You know, because vegan kids tend to grow up to be vegan adults, so you can stop it as early as possible.
Not vegan kids, just kids.
Any kids?
Kids. Like my
Have it be their
political
favorite
philosophy
pet.
like lines up very closely with the Catholic Church. It's like on the Venn diagram. Like when I say it, it means something different than when they say it, but it is fuck them kids.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. One's literal and one's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you do is you take the kid, you put him in a room with all the, all the stuff that you would need to, dress their favorite pet. Kill, dress, and cook favorite pet. And see how long it takes them. Fuck, that was fucking deep. God damn, I creeped myself out with that one, dude.
Stabby just realized he can go lower.
I can go lower. Oh.
I'm sorry, no, Datewatch just realized he can go lower.
Stabby is just trying to stay
Damn,
awake.
I really am fucked.
It's warm and cozy,
dude.
and I'm just like leaning back in my chair, and I'm like,
Just remember, Datewatch, a bullet sounds delicious.
Yeah, my son's already 18. I mean, that's really the only
God,
caveat I put on my eventual suicide.
I
inevitable suicide.
I know that I know you have a kid. Like this is something like this is known knowledge. But I keep forgetting you have a fucking kid. And every time you remind me, I was like, shit, that looks just a goddamn child. There is another one of him out in the world, and he is an adult now. Fuck.
He's a fucking half Mexican version of me, dude. Looks just like me. Fucking creepy, dude.
So it's even worse than you.
Very similar temperament and everything, dude.
It's even worse than you. It's part Mexican. That just sounded like real racism. Like that didn't even sound like a joke. Fuck. Jesus.
wow, man.
It's like you, but worse. Mexican.
Our legion of fans are gonna turn on us.
All right, turn on me.
We're gonna get shut down.
Yeah. Yes, our ones of fans are going to leave us.
Yeah, all of Phaedra, Shy Willie, and Mad Metal Man.
Oh man! Only if they don't make even more racist jokes.
All right, the Mad Metal Man's not allowed to talk because every now and then he comes up with a more racist joke than me and Nolan.
Well, he's a Jew, so it's okay, right? Like Jews are allowed to be racist sometimes.
Well, I saw Avenue Q. Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes.
There you go. It's very true.
Oh man.
Okay.
Why? But that reminded me of the Five-ish children show. For some fucking reason.
The Five-ish children. Was it like
Five-ish was this? This was a character. It was created by the production company or whatever. It was a children's show for Jews, done by Orthodox Jews, and the main character in it was called Five-ish, and it was an animated $5 bill.
And he taught them all about fucking Jewish religion shit.
Fucking wow.
Dude.
You can see it on YouTube. Just type in Five-ish.
Dude, the Cumtown crew riffing on that is fucking brilliant, dude. You know, the Adam guy is like Jewish.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, you should not be drawing attention to this. We should not be talking about this. Like, nobody should be knowing about this. And then fucking like, Nick Nolan's like, you know, it's not fair, man. It's not fair that I'm not allowed to enjoy this as much as I want to. He's like, it's not my fault. I didn't make it.
The channel that
It
makes
was actually
Five-ish,
Jews.
if you go to
It
that
sounds like
channel,
the-
has a whole lot more shit like that. But nothing quite as bad as Five-ish. Five-ish is really the cream of the crop.
when you said that, I could not help picture anything but the fucking little bit from. You remember Derek Comedy, like the precursor to like College Humor?
I do not.
Well,
No.
they had this
Go on.
video out, like probably the funniest thing they fucking did. Like it was an investigative reporter, journalist piece on bro rape.
Bro rape?
Bro rape.
It's got to be a pretty common.
And then
issue.
one of the little bits at the end is you got fucking Bobby Moynihan, the fat dude on SNL now, was sitting there like, well, I mean, like, it's not my fault. Like sometimes, like there's like these dorms and there's windows, and it's not my fault. Like if sometimes like the bros walk by and like I imagine what they look like soapy and wet, and it's not my fault. It's not my fault that I look like.
Oh no.
And the fish
All right, yeah, if
farewell,
you're
the
on-
fish
yeah.
farewell tour. It was like an all-you-could-rate buffet.
All right, yeah. If you're in our Discord at all, I just posted the one of Cumtow riffing on Five-ish. The thumbnail shows Five-ish. It's all the kids that he
Oh
fucking
my god. Yeah, Five-ish
writes
is
to
definitely
Shabbos
worth
dinner
watching.
and such. Dude, it's them riffing on it, them talking shit on it, the fucking Cumtown guys is fucking hilarious.
I feel like the
You follow a
it's
channel
worth
called
watching
Cumtown?
Five-ish
I
on
don't
its
get
own,
to
though.
what
Like you can really
Yeah,
you can't get the
I
true
get it.
glory of the Five-ish thing without watching it the whole thing on its own.
Yeah,
It's
without
just
the
so
commentary.
magnificent.
without them pointing out. Yeah. Dude, there's one part of it where he literally takes a phone call and he's like, "Oh, maybe you should remind him who put him in office." They're like, "Fucking dude, it's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
You should remind him who got him elected." Oh, buy, sell, buy. No, buy it. If it goes to 40, sell. The same phone call where he's like, "Well, maybe you should remind him who put him in office."
Yeah, and isn't Five-ish's mom a purse?
No, they were fucking too cheap to create a second model. So
Oh,
they
that's
basically
right,
just
yeah.
they used essentially the same thing but just showed her hand like reaching in the door holding
That's
like a
right,
purse and
yeah.
a cane. yeah, that's what happened there. So she technically was the same model, but they only showed like the hand sticking in the door. Otherwise, yeah, it would have to have paid for another one. I think Adam points out, and they haggled on the price of that costume.
That's racist.
Yeah, well, it was a Jew that pointed it out, so.
Jews don't haggle.
Safe.
They just. I'm gonna stop here. Never mind. We're done.
Yeah, I think they were doing a hypothetical. They're like, "I can't make this costume. Are you fucking? I'm going to need it for a good price."
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how much they saved on that costume when they had it made.
A few shekels.
I'll bet you they got that on a discount. Oh, can you imagine trying to pitch that?
Because they,
Like in a studio, like for CNN or whatever. We're gonna have this show for Jew kids, where they're gonna dance with an anthropomorphic $5 bill in their lawn to celebrate Jewish culture, and they're all gonna wear their funny little hats with their little fucking sideburn braids.
I don't see a problem here.
Yeah, the little curly fucking sideburn things.
Oh
The fucking
my god!
Hasidic Jews wear.
And the best part is, I'm pretty sure that the people that actually made Five-ish, like, they're actually Jews.
Yeah, probably.
No, dude, they're Orthodox Jews, dude.
Which is
The
just
production company.
which
There's a
just
bunch
goes
of
to show you
Orthodox
why
Jews.
everybody likes Jews. That's why there's so fucking many of them in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because you know those Orthodox Jews know
Can't
exactly
say
what
they're
they're
not
doing putting
self-aware.
five-ish there. Oh my god. Teaching the kids early. Yeah, they're gonna make the jokes. Fucking deal with it.
And they're going to be handling all the finances.
Oh, you mean the Irish?
Ugh.
All right, nobody wants to have that conversation
Yeah.
yet.
Of course.
Oh man.
When was the last time
All the
you heard of a
management and the
fucking?
representation.
I heard of a fucking like bigwig fucking banker, and his last name didn't start with fucking Mick something.
Oh yeah. Hey. Yeah, you control the money. You control a lot.
The Rothschilds.
They went from running the fucking running the trucks to running the fucking banks.
Yep. And making cereal with marshmallows in it.
And
Clovers and blue moons.
there's still a lot of them that are cops. Still a lot of Irish policemen.
Oh, just the wet beaters.
We got what was the gas station I worked at? We got an Irish guy that came in one night, like young guy with a bunch of friends or whatever, and he really fucking sounded like the fucking Lucky Charms leprechaun. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's very accurate. He spoke almost exactly like the Lucky Charms leprechaun. It was like, oh wow, that really isn't at all like a joke. That's just how Irish people sound.
I would be tempted to
Just
ask
the
him
magical ones.
if he was that a put on or if that was his natural accent.
I mean, they were just fucking around picking up some more beer. Like, they were already pretty drunk. So, I don't know. I mean, that's...
So they were living the full stereotype then. Nice.
Even odds. Well, I mean, it was just one Irish guy, and then he had supposedly come over to visit with his friends. Like, came over. And, like, like it was...
They fucking
Oh, go ahead.
found his pot of gold, so he was trapped.
Yeah, I think it was like a college sort of like exchange thing or whatever, but like he was, being like shocked at the stuff that's in the gas station, and they're like, oh, it's American, and you're not used to it because you're an Iron, blah blah, that kind of nonsense. So I don't know. I didn't really like pay much attention to the customers that much when I worked there, because like, who cares?
You were too busy making stick figures into Hitler and Jesus.
Yeah, definitely.
You and your little the sit down. Didn't you say you did that while you were at work, like in the middle of the night?
Yeah, no, that wasn't the gas station that I worked at that I did that. That was when I worked at the mental health rehabilitation house.
You just say stick
gotcha.
figures of Jesus and Hitler?
I may have made a series of videos, bad videos, where I made a
Popsicle
little
stick.
show called Hitler and Jesus with popsicle stick dolls. And it was based on Hitler and Jesus living together in an apartment, right? And there was also a unicorn that had balls growing out the tip of its horn that lived with him. Because,
They're still up on his channel if you're interested.
I'm not.
I could hear him dying. He wasn't saying anything, but I could hear him dying inside every new word that came into that explanation. Like every even more defining moment was.
Yeah, but I mean, part of you has to say, of course, Stabby would have done that.
Yeah. Basically, I was just bored as shit working a graveyard shift that had 8 hours in order to do like 45 minutes of work. So I would just write stupid scripts for that and then fucking watch movies like all night.
Nice.
Watched a bunch of 80s movies. Watched a bunch of Vincent Price movies. That was kind of fun. Vincent Price movies are fucking awesome.
Now that I think of it, I don't
What's
know
that
that I've
movie
ever
Will
seen,
Smith made?
other than Edward Scissorhands. Other than Edward Scissorhands, I don't know that I've seen a movie with Vincent Price in it. It's fucking
Vincent
weird.
Price? Oh yeah, so
I'm
like,
sure I have.
you know that movie
But-
with Will Smith where he's living like the only guy left alive, and he's got the dog, and he's living in the
Yeah, I Am
the
Legend.
sunburned zombie world.
Yeah, I Am Legend.
That was based off a movie Vincent Price made. And let me tell you, the
wow.
Vincent Price version, 1,000,000 times cooler. Even with awful
the
fucking
name of that
like
one?
special effects and really like just terrible quality. It's
What's the name
still
of it?
way
Is it
better.
Omega Man? What's the name of it? Do you know? Is it the same name, I Am Legend?
I don't remember. Hold on. Let me look it
How about
up.
the book?
No, the Vincent Price movie that the Will Smith thing was based on? Or was
Omega
it a
Man.
I
book
Am
too?
Legend. Probably.
The Last Man
Yeah,
on
back
Earth
then.
is the one from
Oh, okay.
Vincent Price. And it was based on a
Let's see if I can
1954
find it.
novel, I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Okay.
Oh shit! There's apparently they made it into a shitty TV show too. Wonder if that's the same
Yeah.
thing.
I don't know. The Vincent Price one was fucking awesome
All right,
compared to
find
the
that
Will
one.
Smith movie.
Not the TV series. TV series. No, 64 film. That sounds more like it.
Just
I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, Vincent Price, some other people.
don't ever let on to
Is he the
Will
main
Smith that you
character then?
watched the movie or he'll slap you. Brunch.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. Gotten. Oh fuck, dude! I gotta go, man.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah,
I
my
gotta
son
make
gets
my
off
dinner,
at 7,
too.
so
I'm super
He's
not
fucking
gonna go.
hungry.
yeah.
Me
All right,
fat,
man.
me to
Yeah.
eat.
All right, fellas, I gotta get out of here. We'll catch you next time.